Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Feel Good Friday, and we have WWE Smackdown and AEW Rampage on tap tonight. It's going to be a fun night. Lots to talk about, lots to get into, including signings and ratings and all types of fun stuff, more news, more rumors, and all that comes with the wrestling world, folks. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your Feel Good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, it's a Feel Good Friday. We got WWE Smackdown and we got AEW Rampage. As I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there, and we're ready to go for another live stream for the next few hours. You are strapped in with us, so make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you hit all the buttons, like, share, subscribe. I want to see triple digits in this chat tonight. So let's go, be a friend, tell a friend. And beyond that, like I said, there's so much to talk about. There's so much to get into. But for the next few hours, going to bring you all that entertainment on a Feel Good Friday. It's going to be Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and we know we're kicking off Friday Night SmackDown tonight. Thanks to Nick Aldis, we're kicking off with Cody Rhodes. What do you want to talk about?
Cody's going to have a lot to talk about. The last time we saw Cody Rhodes, he was basically crucified up in the ropes. And, yeah, I mean, solo Cody Rhodes seems to be the way this is going, the way this is heading. And it's going to be very interesting if a Roman Reigns shows up to help Cody.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. If you even have to think about it, even if it's not exactly intentional, he would be showing up and thus help Cody. Or does he show up after the match? Like the match is done, the bloodline's coming out, all of that, or walking back up the ramp, and then Roman's music hits.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a part of it. I still think it, in some ways, it's still connected, right? The enemy of my enemy is my friend, perhaps.
Yeah.
It'll be very interesting. I still don't fully trust Randy Orton. So, I mean, going into and coming out of SummerSlam is very intriguing right now. We don't know all the moving parts or how they're all going to fall into place. But, yeah, it seems like there's potential that technically Cody and Roman could be on the same side for a little while.
Just a wee bit, but Randy versus Cody's the feud I think we have coming out of SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think sooner than later. They kind of set that up nicely last Friday. Yeah. But I will remind everybody, we will get to the chat. We are about 25 minutes away from the start of SmackDown. Plus, we're going to stick around for Rampage tonight. Tomorrow, we have Anthony's TNA Slammiversary Predictions. We also have TNA Slammiversary. We also have Collision. So lots more coming your way. Make sure you get in there. Click that little bell because you never know when we're going to pop up. But, yeah, like I said, I mean, this whole situation with Solo, when's Heyman coming back? Are we saving that for SummerSlam? Probably. It's going to be a huge pop in a huge stadium. I still think that's the way you do it. He is the first thing you hear, not the music. You hear ladies and gentlemen. I think
the place would come unglued with that. And I am just halfway being guilty of maybe hold off on that for another like bigger show or something like that. But I even don't know what exactly would be, maybe Survivor Series, but that would still be, I think you've missed the shark a bit. I really like that idea. I was halfway trying to be greedy of like, no, just get two pops. We get Roman just by himself, and then you get Heyman with Roman. You get the two pops. But no, that place will lose their fucking mind.
Yeah, I think that's the move. And I could be wrong. Like if you hit that music, people, just Roman's music, people are going to go insane. But I think you can almost double up. And like I said, they'll lose their mind because once you hear Paul, people are going to pop for Paul because Paul's become such a big presence on this show and such an uber baby face, which is crazy to say. And so they're going to go unglued for that. And then when they realize he's there to introduce, his tribal chief, they, secondarily come unglued once again.
The second you hear, ladies and gentlemen, the place is going to fucking erupt. It'll be a wave of sound as it passes throughout the stadium.
Absolutely. I think it would be phenomenal. But then again, we don't know. We still have missing Samoans. We still have Samoans unaccounted for. Like Kevin McAllister.
Do we get a Jimmy showing up tonight or anything like that? We've talked about that. Do we get a Jimmy before a Roman? And Fightful's already all but confirmed what we pretty much already knew of Hikuleo's, I guess, officially signed to WWE. So,
yeah, we kind of already knew that. It was and I mean, I like what they do. There seems to be a pattern here of like Jimmy Uso's cleared for wrestling, and everyone's like, "Oh, maybe he's coming back last week, right? Like Friday."
Right.
So everyone's tuning in. Is Jimmy going to be here? We said it all night. Got to be Jimmy. Got to be Jimmy. Wasn't Jimmy. It was just an absolute,
beatdown, mugging.
Yeah, an absolute demolishing by the bloodline of Cody Rhodes, and nobody shows up. Now we might get Jimmy, and that seems to be everyone's talking about it. Everyone's expecting it. We'll wait one more week, maybe 2 more weeks. And when they are kind of like, oh, maybe he's not coming back, poof, there he is. And they've done that a lot. Triple H has fucked with us a lot. Like we always talk about that CM Punk pop. The placard was up by design. He was like, put the placard up. I mean, you were like, oh, men's match of the holy shit, Punk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's still like my favorite reaction of us on the channel. But I do like this stuff from MDB of coming soon to a theater near you, Unaccounted Samoans. Starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Written, produced, and directed by Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But we haven't talked about this. We haven't been on stream because we did the award show last night. We haven't talked about of MJF William Ospreay.
59 minutes and 58 seconds.
Yeah, what did you think?
I thought it was an incredible match.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was one of the best Dynamite matches of the year, if arguably one of the best matches of the year. There were parts of it that I didn't love. And I will admit, I was completely swerved at the end because I just, like everyone else, we were like 5, 4, 3, 2, obligatory tie, so nobody looks bad. I didn't even know he hit him with the ring. So
okay,
there was a few moments in there where I'm like, could have been a little better, but I mean, that's being nitpicky on what was a fucking insane match.
I think it was a fantastic match. I am nitpicky with it to an extent. I know Meltzer gave it 5 3/4. Yeah, 3/4, fucking 5.75 stars. 10 in the Tokyo Dome. It was good. There was still issues, like you said, that I had with it, like nitpicky brief spots. Like I didn't like the Tiger Driver not doing for that, like the weird kind of hold up for that. I think that this is a great match, arguably one of the best Dynamite matches that they've had. Is it this, oh my God, instant classic, you should paint this in the Louvre match that everybody seems to be building it up to? I don't think so. I think they've done well enough they had a fantastic match, but left themselves room for when they have the rematch, that it's going to still be better. Because like even how it went 59-58, I would have liked if they had the last 10, 30 seconds, whatever, in the bottom corner so you could keep track and kind of go along with it and everything. Versus you just cut to the last second to where you got the 2 seconds going on, which was still crazy that's, you're showing that it counted down. But it's the minor tweaks that to me go from like 4.5 to a 5-star match. I'm not going above 5 because fuck Meltzer.
Yeah.
That type of shit.
No, I mean, absolutely. I mean, again, it was a barn burner. There was a lot of excitement. A lot of people that assume that MJF is just a microphone. I think this is another example of hold on tight. Like he can go. He's athletic. He can go. He can do things as well. Don't sleep on his athletic ability. And again, like I said, it's like I don't like them going out and fighting in the crowd for 3.5. Oh, the ref's using his discretion. It's a little bit.
Actually, that's a funny that you brought that up. And yes, I will still, I'm a Scarf Care member. That's why I have always been a huge fan of this man in the ring and on the microphone. But I was literally during that match, I was watching it with my wife. I was sitting there, 1, 2, doing the counts for how long they were outside and everything like that. I think I got to like 30 or something. for the first time. Like, at least roll in, break up the count. You did it later in the match, so why didn't you do it then too?
Yeah. Those are the little details. And again, my concern becomes, how do you top this? And now what's going to happen? Like, it's really a little confusing. Do they have the match at Wembley, and that's where Danny Garcia returns? I hope not. I'm super glad that he didn't get involved last night. But I mean,
I think this goes to a last man standing match.
Yeah, it has to, or another. They do an official Iron Man match.
That would be it too. Yeah,
that's one of the two. And you're not wrong. And I think that a lot of big spots, a lot of false finishes, a lot of holy shit moments. There were some lulls, but it was an hour. I mean, I thought they did really well. It was a lot to be excited about. And to me, this almost strengthens everyone that criticizes Tony's booking. I think Wednesday night hurts Tony, solidifies that criticism of Tony Khan's booking, because you take MJF and put him in the ring with Will for an hour, half your show, and they burn. You had nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with Tony Khan's ability, other than he put him in the same ring. Fine, great. They cooked. The rest of the show was dead. The rest of the show was awful. When it was Tony's time to do his part outside of the guys in the ring, he couldn't do it. He couldn't hold up the weight of anything.
To me, I won't even fully argue the whole, he just put them together thing. Like, I think I agree with you on that, but I don't want to fully talk about that. To me, it's the weird way of how he always puts his best match first.
Yeah.
And then it's the drag off afterwards. It's almost like he fears that there'll be so much of a drop off by the time we get to the end that there won't be enough eyes on it than there would be if you put it following, the Big Bang Theory or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, or that they just put it on and they'll leave it and they'll stay with it, because I loved this match. I think it was not, the end all perfect, showcase that the people have just blown this out of proportion. I still think it's a fantastic match, but the fact that went on first and then the entire rest of the show, like you said, was just dead. I mean, I thought it was kind of funny. I liked Okada, hot and bothered over Mercedes, but the whole rest of that was high school drama bullshit, stage acting, terrible acting. Jericho's awful. Swerve and Okada, I still think was good. That was really about it.
I thought there was a lot of clunk to it. And again, I think part of it was everybody. I don't think there was anyone out there that was surprised with how the match ended. I even called I think we're going to get the Sting spot. And sure enough, 2 seconds later, and Mark Briscoe kind of did one of these, and I was like, Mark gave it away. So to me, that the main event was a throwaway match.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I think they should have just done that in reverse order, because with that match that they had between MJF and Ospreay, how do you follow that? And I'll get to Boston. We can get to the chat if we still got stuff we want to talk about here. But Boston says, had to go on first or else the whole hour thing wouldn't have been a surprise. That's not the case, because they overrun all the time. They advertise it on their fucking posters of an overrun.
Yeah, you would still have to have something advertised to go after that match, like tonight in the main event, and then that match.
Okay, well, I'll give you that then.
There's a little bit
now I see it. I see it. Okay,
there's a way to work through it, but I mean, I agree. I mean, again, it's not that I'm fine with that match going first, but Tony, when it's your job to organize the show, you can't follow it up with the learning tree. You can't follow the learning tree up with Mercedes. You can't not have anything after it. Again, a lot of people were like, best Dynamite of the year, and it might have been, but half of it was because of two men, and then everyone kind of got all creamy in the shorts over the fact that Darby did the Sting spot, which to me, earlier in the night, DMD did a Sting spot, so Sting lives on in AEW, folks.
Right, and we can also talk about this, and then we'll say hi to the chat and everything, which, by the way, we apologize, but yeah, go ahead.
No, you go first.
I was just going to laugh at Shivani of speak, bitch. Yeah, that's what I say to you.
I thought that was ridiculous, and I didn't catch it. I was asking the chat, what did he say? I wondered if someone else in another company had made that remark, would it have been run up the flagpole a little harder?
I think it's surprising that he got chastised for that. And I honestly don't think it was. To me, I saw no issue. I don't get the uproar with it. You had fucking JR out there, choke slam that Jezebel to hell. Do it, Kane. And
People
all that.
get sensitive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, ultimately, yeah, I mean, the Mariah May thing was unfortunate, but very interesting in the last 24 hours. A lot of people talking about AEW Dynamite does $7.95, their best number since April. And this is a W. $7.95. In what world? And some like big publications out there were like, what a W for AEW. Are you kidding me? Like $7.85, you had the best of the best of the best on you. That's like announcing Roman, Cody, Randy. Like you pick the best top 4 or 5 guys in WWE are all going to stack the show and be in matches next week. Like the fact that a sub 800 is a W blows my mind.
I want to see what the quarter hours are, just to be a nerd to see the drop off after MJF, because I feel like that match was one of those you call your friends to tune on the TV to see this shit.
Yeah,
I feel. But yeah, it's because when you go down to a 520, sub 800 now feels a lot bigger when you look at it that way, versus if you looked at averaging a mil, averaging 9s, averaging 8s. Now we got back to just around 8.
It's like playing slots. If you've ever played slots and you're down and you're like, all right, I just, I caught a couple cherries. I'm back to the $100 I spent when I got here. It feels like a W, right? Like when you're in the hole and you catch a win, you're like, all right. I was down 100. Now I'm down 75. Like, it's an uptick and good for them. I hope they can continue that. The job now of AEW will be next week. Blood and Guts. Can you crack 800? Can you increase your audience? Can you keep bringing them in? I'm worried that a lot of people are going to tune out Blood and Guts.
I think that they'll, just because of the stipulation, they'll still get an uptick, but I worry because Team AEW does not feel like Team AEW. That feels like team bullshit. Not
one person. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but nobody from the Anarchy in the Arena team carried over.
Well, they lost, so why would you want to bring them back?
Oh, Darby. I guess Darby.
Oh, Darby, yes. Darby's the only one. Sorry.
And then fair enough, they lost. So, but at least have, like, it's surprising because you crippled Tony Khan. And could you not at least have like a pre-tape where Tony Khan's picking the people, or like somehow it's, I got to put these guys in the place. It's a really weird storyline.
That whole part of this has been dropped fucking faster than no one's paid attention to, because it was literally weird. The NFL draft happened and then we just dropped all of that. We have Christopher Daniels as the temporary EVP, but meanwhile Tony's still at the show. So what the fuck are you doing, Tony?
Yeah. Why are you hiding? I don't understand. Are you fearful for your life? What is this decision you were making? But with that being said, let's talk to. Sorry, go ahead.
I just said they fumbled this. That I was fumbling your transition there.
Well, it's like you don't have a versus. Like it's like when we put it out for the awards, it was AEW versus, and even for Blood and Guts, AEW versus the Elite. But AEW feels faceless. Like who is the? It was McMahon versus Austin. Like it was NWO versus WCW. Like who is AEW? What is the other team? Like who are they? So
right.
That's the dilemma. But ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being here. I see the numbers climbing. We're getting closer and closer to that triple digits already. Still just under 10 minutes to go before the start of the show. Lots to talk about. Again, get in that chat. Let us know what has been on your wrestling mind this week. What have you liked? What have you disliked? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? But Damien is back with us. MCMG is going to WWE. If you just say all the things, does that mean you're eventually right?
Yeah, because that's not been confirmed so far from what I've seen. I mean, granted, it is interesting about good old Uncle Dave's out there now saying pretty much they're most likely going there. Like now, did you see he's out there saying maybe AEW might need to start looking to other TV networks for their programming and everything, because there's even the talks of the division amongst Warner between streaming and cable.
Well, what I found very interesting, and Dave was the one that put it out there, I'm almost positive. And again, we talked about this going into Wednesday was, oh, well, people at Warner Brothers said that pop in the rating came at a really good time. You, again, simplistic. You really think that these execs, these guys that are all numbers, are all about the analytics, you had one uptick week and they're going to go, saving grace, give them all the money. No, like let's be, come on, Dave, you know better. You should know better, bro. Like, come on.
Right. And I'll just say we've made it through one comment, so
I'll
keep it moving.
Kevin, Odds Bodkins, how you doing? How you doing? Joe's back with us. Can't wait for contract signing tonight, by the way.
Yeah, somebody's going through a table.
Hikaleo has signed WWE.
There he's right with that one.
Yeah, again, but I thought this was done, so it's fucking confusing.
Yeah.
Rocco, welcome back. Not WWE related, but it's one of KG's best topics. But did you guys, like Jericho said, I'll be here at the 500th episode of Dynamite? He will. I don't like it, but he will.
Oh, he will, 100% will.
He's not going anywhere, and it's killing me. It's absolutely killing me that we get matches on Rampage tonight that would have been not bad on Dynamite, but we got to get our weekly dose of the learning tree. Fuck, Jericho's on Rampage tonight, my guy.
Give me more Ben Bishop instead of more fucking learning tree. I'll say
absolutely that. Right. No, this learning tree thing is baffling. And does anybody want to see? Honestly, if you're listening to my voice right now, I got 86 people. Yes or no? Actually, I'll put a poll up, but yes or no? Does anybody want to see Jericho Suzuki? And I know Boston's going to say yes, but shut up, Boston.
I won't say yes for me. I'll say yes for Mrs. Big Nick, because when we were watching Dynamite last week, she saw Suzuki for the first time, and I had to explain the nickname Murder Grandpa. And she heard Murder Grandpa, and she's instantly now wants to see more Suzuki.
Well, okay. Fair enough.
Hey, I just got to at least,
I'm calling that an outlier, Nick. I'm calling that an outlier. So Boston going to see us. Saw Black and Miro are on their way back. Long rumored, guys. I don't know how true it's going to be. Black 100%, because Triple H, Malachi Black's a Triple H guy, and Malachi's technically his best run was his NXT run.
Oh yeah, and he ain't really kind of doing shit, respectfully, right now in AEW, and hasn't been doing shit. Every time they get a bit of momentum, somebody breaks their legs, somebody fucking gets hurt, they get this fucked up.
Well, I mean, again, what was their plan for? Like, to me, you could have kept moving forward with the House of Black's plan, even though Edge got hurt. I don't get why one stopped the other, because if they were going to kind of beat Edge anyway, they could have went on and terrorized other people. No,
they have been the biggest start in that company.
Isn't SmackDown taped? No, next week's episode is being taped tonight.
Yes, because that's when they go to Japan. They go on the Japanese tour, where we actually are going to have Miko Satomura on the tour, and I would like to see more of her on television screens.
Right. Byron, good to see RM girl. Welcome back. Welcome back. TJ, what's good? Roddy, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I turned 34 on Tuesday. Happy belated, sir. A lot of
you told him happy birthday then.
I believe we did.
Yes, I know we did, because I mentioned how I got a year on TJ.
There you go. There you go. Christian, good to see you as always. I'm going to fire through some of these kind of quicker, folks, as we got about 4 minutes to the start of the show. But Eric Tate's with us. 123 Kid. MDB, always a pleasure. Phil Batway, I think, is one of the newer names. No, we've seen Phil before.
Yeah, he's just coming. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Big Dog, always a pleasure. Woof, woof. I don't know why I did that. Jake's back with us. Mike's with us. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Devon Lewis, good evening, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. As I slow my tongue down, I want to take a moment to express some love to the show. Have fun and keep doing your thing. Thank you so much, Devon. We appreciate it. Having a good time, Nick. We're having a good time.
Absolutely. AEW got Stevie Wonder referees. I fucking hate the rules of AEW, because it literally, it's fucking whose line is it anyway?
I won't make this long, but my only question is, like, if you're a producer, like if you're a Jerry Lynn and the guys are like, okay, and then we're going to go up in the crowd and da-da-da. I expect the experienced wrestlers there, and maybe they do and they're not listened to, and we're going to find like the Mark Henrys of the world going to speak up a little more now that they're not, tied to it. But there should be experienced people who are like, no. Go, you're going to fight over by the guardrail, then you're going to, come back in, roll in, break the count, go back out, that kind of thing, or we're going to extend the moment for this long because the referee's discretion, but we need you to get, like, I don't know. There's just,
if you're going to do a spot to where you fight out in the out in the entranceway and everything like that for more than 10 seconds, you need a ref bump or something like that. You need a distraction. And it shouldn't be as often as it is, but that's a whole breakdown into fucking issues in modern wrestling, period.
Yeah, Urza, good to see you. Safin, welcome back. Who else we got? I see a lot. Same people. Richard, I think I gotcha. Byron, Scott, is always a pleasure. We got Big Dog. Juan Call is back in the house. Who watched Cobra Kai? Any fans in here? I've watched the first 4 seasons, and I think I gave up.
I have not. I will be honest. But I like this, though. Speaking of one, I like this. If I made toilet paper off the learning tree to wipe my arse with it.
Like I said last night, it's the only fucking tree out there that makes you pray for forest fires. It's horrible.
Thanks.
Listen, but let's get back to the SmackDown as we are about 2 minutes away from the start time. Good to see you, Jessica and Gordon. You got Christopher. Hey, Chris.
Right. Jordan, Jessica, Cody versus Solo right here, right now. No, I think tonight we're getting probably like a tag team match player.
Yeah, Cody's going to demand it. Cody, I want you right here, right now, blah, blah, blah. But I have a feeling the opening segment there's a good chance it leads to something in the main event. Could be wrong, but we are going to find out in moments. Folks, I will remind you, Nick and I are going to sync up. Make sure you guys do the same if you want to follow along with where we are. But a lot is about to happen. Logan Paul is going to return for a contract signing. It's going to be a fun night here on SmackDown.
Absolutely. Well, and +2, I believe we've got Tiffany time taking on Mission. We've got Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade El Idolo. Everybody out there saying that, whoa, he's only getting featured on Speed. No.
That's not true.
Right?
KO Jacob Fatu, 100%. I'm begging for this one. This is mine. Like,
yeah, give me that at SummerSlam. Give me that at SummerSlam. Like, and add a step.
Jacob Fatu, I'm challenging you. Yeah,
as the KO representation on the channel.
All right. Jacob Fatu, I'm challenging you. Let's fucking go. No, Jacob KO street fight. Sign me up. They're gonna burn it down. I don't give a shit. Like, Meltzer, get your fucking stars ready. I swear to God, I'll show up at his house and make him give a couple extra stars. Am I seeing stars? Maybe.
Right.
But yeah, KO Jacob to me is a dream match. Like, shut the fuck up. Let's go.
Absolutely. As I'm still in a commercial, so
I am getting this program is violent in nature, and viewer discretion may be advised.
I got Jordan's furniture. Boston is probably the only person here. Anyone who lives in New England is the only one that knows what I'm talking about.
Wait, MJ had his own furniture? No, I'm just kidding.
Air couches.
Let me know when you get to now. Don't hit.
Okay.
Just let it ride.
I'm not touching nothing.
Let it ride.
Then now.
There we go.
And I have Forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are in sync. Make sure you buy yourself some time. And don't forget about the super chat, the super stickers. Speaking of that, there is Spaz Phoenix. I pulled it in.
I know. You beat me to it. I was trying to think of one, and you beat me to it. You slipped the punch there.
As we are starting the show off with a replay of last week. I like it. I got what you need. I got what you need. I got a pod on Slammiversary. I got the pod on WWE Stars fighting outside WWE. I got a pod on my live Money in the Bank weekend. When you are done with KJ and Nick, come chill. Thanks, guys. Thank you for the super chat, Spaz. And yeah, go check out our buddy Spaz. Give him some love. He's grinding out there the way we are. So shout out to Spaz. And once again, thank you for supporting the channel.
Right.
Randy Orton versus Tongaleo. Good.
No,
Tonga. Not Tonga.
cross
Tama.
punch, not tape punch. Tonga.
Can I get your thoughts on the Motor City Machine Guns and Herculeo? Listen, Triple H is on a shopping spree. He's having some fun. So when people get mad, like, oh, I can't believe they released so and so. Remember, they went shopping first.
You saw what they did in NXT. I'm gonna pop some tags. I got all the money in my pocket.
Well, and I think that again, I think that was a competitive advantage of AEW for so long. Like AEW seemed to have access or frontline access to just about every independent big name. Anybody that wasn't in the dub, the AEW kind of was, kind of the first swing at them. And I think that's changed. And then you see what Triple H did before, and I feel like he's doing it again. Oh, someone's hot? Well, we got lots of room. We'll figure it out.
But you're seeing people actively choose to not go to AEW.
Yeah.
That's a first. That's a first in this kind of thing of we've seen Triple H go out there and buy talent. We've always seen WWE do that. Yeah. AEW was doing that before, like you said, but now this is the first time we've seen people actively get offers from both companies, publicly get offered from both companies, and choose WWE over going to AEW.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately, yeah, and listen, no matter what gets said publicly, the walls have ears and the walls have eyes, and when no one's around, the walls start talking, and that's what's happening. The inner workings of that company, and we saw it. Ethan Page said it. We've seen others speak out about some of the issues. And I know, outwardly, everything's fine. Everything's great. Everything's great. But if everyone's talking to each other, it's going to be, a real challenge to get somebody to sign if you feel like it's chaotic and you're not going to go anywhere.
Right. Well, speaking of at least chaotic, but going somewhere, we've got Cody coming out here, but I still do think that was an insane visual that they ended last week with of, you've got, like you said, of Cody pretty much there, damn near looking crucified up in the ropes as the martyr up there of, no, take me instead, all of that, as Solo's just a dominant force out there. Like he's got the fucking pack of wolves around him.
100%, man. Oh, look, Cody coming out with the tank tonight.
And he's now, are people happy now because he's wearing the belt on his shoulder and he's not coming out and holding it like he did with, if he would have been the NWA World Champion? I liked when he did
casual Cody tonight.
Well, it's warm out here. It's the summertime.
Right. Box is blank.
I haven't had that yet, so.
Anthony, good to see you. Good to see you, Anthony.
Kevin, what up? Denisha, what up? Ronan, what up? TJ, what up? Juan, what up? Champ 715, what up? JV, what up?
We've got a super chat again, another one from Spaz. Thank you, sir. Roscoe's as the first ever NXT Trios champion. Shit, a crossover belt. Let's go.
We'll have to talk about this in the commercial. And I want to do also, if Anthony's in the chat still, get his opinion on it, of how we're basically getting an NXT match on TNA Slammiversary with the Rascals with Wesley taking on the no quarter catch crew.
Again, I think there's been a good amount. A lot of people are commending this relationship, and a lot of people from within TNA are commending this relationship. My God, you got Joe Hendry challenging, threatening to challenge John Cena. Are you kidding me?
John Cena.
This guy's like, I'll make my moment. I don't care. People will talk about this. Watch.
Fair enough. I think that was halfway a little bit more like the Tony Storm. There you go. Oh, we got the boxer. But I think that was halfway more a little tongue-in-cheek, like Tony Storm calling out Wendy Richter.
Yeah. But at the same time, manifest that shit. He putting it out.
That's the thing. Other people were like, he's going to actually fucking do it.
Could you imagine? I'm back from my retirement tour. I'm going to kick it off tonight. Anyway, a John Cena open challenge. And that hits? Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. the plays that would shut down the internet. People thought there was an issue with Microsoft and everything today, and that shut a bunch of shit down. If that happened, wrestling Twitter, fucking all the social medias are shut down.
That's Cody in the ring with a mic, folks. Why is Orton playing? Is this really? I'll read it first. Second fiddle to Cody RKO. Cody Orton being soft, where that Viper we all got to know. He's currently a friend and a babyface, but the Viper's always there, my guy. Yeah, I don't think he's playing soft, and it's not so much second fiddle other than a little bit of support for now.
He's still the veteran. He still came back to, like you said, being a babyface coming off of back injury. He's still got to play more of that veteran role a little bit now, but he's still constantly side-eyeing that belt every chance he gets. And even like last week, where he has a little sit down with Cody, and the whole time he's looking at that belt. So
I want him to win. I don't care. Randy Chance.
Yeah, I missed what he said right before that.
Me too.
Larry, what up? My cousin from Boston.
Boston. 1 second. Slammiversary about to be lit tomorrow. We will be live 7 p.m. Eastern time for that. Do keep an eye out for Anthony's predictions and previews. We should be going live tomorrow as well. And then we will be here live for that and Collision. So do not forget, folks. And it should be a banger of a show. It is stacked.
And do you potentially get anybody else that isn't advertised from NXT showing up on TNA?
I want AJ Styles to show up.
Everybody that remembers old TNA, where you had the I am, and all that wants kind of one last run of AJ in TNA.
I feel like they're selling us so bad on the betrayal that is coming. Randy is my brother.
This is just, if you didn't know it was coming, now you know.
Laying groundwork. And it's not, there's other shit going to distract us in the meantime, but they're planting those seeds. Solo first.
Yeah, but this is still, to the observant mind, this is so paint by numbers.
Paint by numbers?
Well, no, I'm saying to where you're telling them to where where this is going to pay.
Yeah, definitely foreshadowing, right? Definitely foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Especially for skeptical wrestling fans. It's fucking hilarious.
Thanks.
AJ Styles is in Japan, yeah.
Yeah, because he was over there for fighting Noah with Marufuji.
Get on a jet and you can make it. AJ Styles is my husband. Well, congrats.
Yeah, does he know about that? Randy's his brother. Oh, yeah. Orton about to turn soon. Yeah, Iman, 100%.
Yeah, I like it. Because he just touches that topic and then wanders right back into the topic at hand. Oh, by the way, Solo Sikoa. A-Town down?
Waller and Theory coming out.
I did not see this.
No. I'll ask you this, and I'll ask the chat this. How do we feel? I think we're at now like 100 days of Cody as champion and everything like that. How are we feeling about Cody as champion? Is he still the man? Is he getting bland? He's not getting stale or anything. I think he's good, but not great.
I think he's outstanding. I think he's your top guy. I think we just saw the crowd reaction when he came out. He has the meeting in the palm of his hands. A good match with AJ Styles. Now all this shit with Solo. I think he's been phenomenal. Sorry, AJ. But I think he's been really, really strong, man. I'm not bored by it. I don't think like, oh my God, we still have him as champion. Like he's only been a champion for 100 days.
Well, no, I'm not saying as far as bored, but I don't think to me a little bit, it doesn't I don't know. I think that there's other stuff on the show that that's moreover and outshines Cody. Like the Bloodline 2.0 100% already does.
But he's a part of that. Like he's the baby face in that story based on what we've seen. Like, so for me, yeah, your top heel and your top baby face. He's your biggest baby face. The crowd goes bananas for him. Oh, all right.
As Cody just laid out Waller and Theory.
This is random as shit.
Yeah, why is it not the Bloodline or anything like that's coming out here? Why is this the tag team that's coming out here jumping Cody?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Could they be trying to get the tag belts back?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't quite fully understand this. Oh, wait.
Oh. Terrence Crawford hands him the chair.
This is one of their new things. Like, how do we get the athlete who bought tickets to get involved?
You got to do the least amount of effort.
Disaster kick
into the chair on the Theory.
Okay. Terrence Crawford helping Cody out with the chair.
That was a thing. That was an opening segment of SmackDown, folks.
Desmond, I miss Stardust.
Stardust.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing here. Like, is this going to lead to like a tag match in which, leaves them vulnerable? But Randy's not there tonight, so that would be curious. I don't believe Randy's there tonight anyway. We're jumping to Carmelo Hayes, who's set for action here tonight.
Yeah, but so then why would he not, like, I don't get the A-Town Down Under involvement in any of that.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. They should be going after the tag belts or something. Like, I don't know what was their motivation to go out there and go at Cody? You would have thought it would have been a bloodline involvement.
Unless they're setting up like A-Town Down versus Cody and a friend, KO perhaps. And then it's just another reason for the bloodline to jump them, and there's your Jimmy return.
That's too repeat.
I don't mind pawns. I don't mind pawns in the play of the story, but I don't like that open. I mean, Cody does an all right job, delivers his message. I don't get the A-Town Down angle yet, but yeah, it was an okay start to the show.
If you were gonna go with the interference thing, then you have that match already announced. You don't have this opening segment to where he comes out there and he's blah, 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 blah. That should have been when the bloodline comes out.
You can't really pre-announce the match for I see your argument, but what you would do is if you just pre-announce the match, like randomly throw it together, there's no real reason for it. Now, if Cody says to Aldis, I want them tonight, then maybe we have a reason.
Either way, it's not a good opening segment.
Yeah, no, didn't really tickle the fancy. No. DIY and A-Town Down should have went for. I see what you're saying, Yoda. But yeah.
Well, do you now, like, why would it not make sense for Cody? It almost doesn't make sense for Cody to have KO. He should have, like, it should be like a 6-man, and you get Cody and DIY versus A-Town Down Under and somebody.
Interesting.
Or, well, do you not think that they at least get involved because there should be in a feud with A-Town Down because that's where they just won the tag belts off of. That's your only real featured tag teams on SmackDown right now.
Yeah, that's about to change. It needs
to change.
I have no doubt, as much as we've been critical, DIY and MCMG are going to have a banger of a fucking match. Like, let's be real. Like, their match is going to cook.
If it happens, it'll be great.
I think it's going to happen.
I won't believe shit until I see them walk through them pearly gates there.
Right. By the way, speaking of that, is everyone excited for Hologram's debut tomorrow?
Yeah, and it's Tony pretty much explained. It pretty much came out who it was. I can't remember now without having to Google it and everything. But a lot of people, most people, people who reached and just wanted it to be a thing, thought it was going to be Rick O'Shea. Yeah. And then there was a lot of people that thought it was Aerostar. But I guess it's neither one of them. It's definitely not Ricochet, seeing how the guy's Caucasian, has hair, and no tattoos. Or looks Caucasian, sorry.
Yeah, I could possibly see something like this happening, Richard. It's Cody KO versus ATDU, A-Town Down Under. Yeah, that a typical kind of setup match. Heels being heels, find an arbitrary reason for them to fight, which is ultimately just a cover for where we're going. Maybe.
But see, that to me, I get it. I could see it. I don't like it. Versus you could have had the option of, say, you could have had Cody and KO versus Gorillas of Destiny.
You're keeping that away.
Could have been your main event.
You're not touching that yet. That's it. You're making. That's where
you're not going to do that. Building towards Cody versus Solo at SummerSlam. I think we're what 2 weeks away from that.
But I mean, again, the very, very strategic and very slow played and patient with stuff like that. They're going to make us wait. And that could be the results maybe next week. I don't know, man.
But that's the thing. We've got 2 weeks before we get Cody Solo. I'd rather you do that this week and everything before, instead of you do again another, they just interfere and cause a ruckus. We've already seen that now every week. Have them in a match and then go from there.
That's not a bad shout, as Cody in the back here.
Yep, like you just said, of now he's going to be all this I want done, blah, 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 blah. But you need to tag
go. You can have a match, but you need a partner. I don't need a partner. I'll send a message to Bloodline by beating both these mofos.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And we already know it's going to be KO. It's the other brother.
Yeah. Main event tonight. A-Town Down will take on Cody and a partner of his finding.
Also known as Kevin Owens.
It most likely will be Kevin Owens. Be really interesting if it was like a Jimmy Uso.
Yeah, that would just piss me off, respectfully. Like, I'd be excited we got Jimmy back, but I'd be pissed off of, like, you're going to have him here, but not with the blood.
And here comes Carmelo Hayes, set to take on Andrade, folks. Get your prediction in the chat. Let us know who you're taking. I forgot to put a poll up. 69% of the people in the chat say no, they are not interested in Jericho. Who are the 32% that said, yeah, I can't wait for Suzuki and Jericho? This match is going to be a pile of hot garbage.
Probably the people that wanted the other part of the poll to be 69, to which I say, nice.
Well played. Side will Hikuleo be? What side will Hikuleo be on? Romans or Solos? We don't know.
His brothers.
Right? That would make the most sense, but we don't know. We don't know. Because, I mean, remember, Solo's the brothers of the Usos, not Roman. Yeah. So I need to know. Again, you know, does Lance get involved? How far does this go? How deep does it go? We don't know. Roman's going to need
just on a tangent. Anyone really excited for this match and feel like this is about to cook? Like this is some like
it'll be a really good match. Yeah,
that people forget how good these two fuckers are because they didn't fit, because they're mad that they didn't get instantly pushed into the title scene when they got called up and shit.
Yeah, WWE.
Like, did you think that this is about where Melo would be when he got called up initially?
Yeah, and that was fully what I expected for Melo. And Andrade been a very slow drip, but again, you can't just push him right to the top. The top is really busy right now. This match is going to cook. I'm a huge advocate and fan of Andrade. I think Carmelo's got a lot of potential, a lot of upside. I think stylistically, this should be an outstanding match.
We've said this enough of love it or hate it. You still need mid-carders. You still need middle of the show acts. You still need, not everybody can be champion at the same goddamn time. So this is a match that I feel is going to cook, and people are going to be somehow surprised that it actually cooked.
Two very talented guys.
Right.
At SummerSlam, it's Liv versus Rhea. The Women's Championship, Dominic Mysterio will be guest referee. I don't think so, because I think there's going to be a guest referee in another match at SummerSlam.
We can talk about that the next commercial break there, because that's been floated around of that there's at least one match confirmed for SummerSlam to have a special guest referee. But folks, let us know who you're taking, whether you're taking Carmelo Hayes or Andrade El Idolo. to win the match here on SmackDown.
And off with the pace. Starting off quickly, folks.
Absolutely.
Don't know, don't care. Well, pay attention. Let's go. This match is about to bang hard. Pause. Got you. I read the pause first. I couldn't figure out why.
Right.
Hologram.
Yeah. That's what we smoked, them holograms.
Yeah, shit. They don't feel hollow. Banger incoming. Your mid-card can be just as good as your main card. They have talent to pull it off and make everything matter. That's absolutely it. That's what I want. That's what we all want. We don't.
You remember Mr. Perfect as an IC champion. You remember Razor Ramon as an IC guy and everything like that. That's the thing, is you have guys that are Hall of Famers that never were world champions. And
if you are not overutilizing your main event roster or your top guys,
that way.
So cheeky.
Oh, that made so much sense with that. I've really liked with this match so far. Exactly, though, is because they make stuff. Everything with this has looked literally fluid in the moment of they halfway kind of stumble on something, but it looks like how it would if you were actually fighting this motherfucker.
Yeah, 100%.
That was a hell of a spot as we're in
commercial. A hell of a sequence. Yeah, absolutely, bro. That's what we knew they were going to do it. This is great. Andrade versus Ray, 2016-ish was amazing on SmackDown. It might have been a little bit later than 2016.
2018, at least. Yeah. It had to be because 2019 is when AEW started, so it had to be 2018.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, but either way, I'm a big fan of Andrade. I knew what Andrade was doing before he got to the WWE. I was excited that they signed him. I thought his NXT run was great. Remember, he's the one that took out McIntyre. I know McIntyre got hurt, but he still had the run with it and didn't look back.
That's peak Andrade, I think, especially to a WWE fan, is when he was out there hitting the fucking hammerlock DDT.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually because then they do it to where he had injured McIntyre with that.
Yeah. And listen, Johnny Gargano versus Andrade, some underrated shit. Go check that out, folks.
Oh, well, no, I wanted to talk about this actually.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm going to just say Jawbone because your name is what it is. But have you heard about the Tonga twins from WoW and everything?
Yeah.
And how they've been around the Performance Center. And now you're seeing people petition and throw out the idea of a lady bloodline.
We joked, man. Sign all the, you're going to have it's instead of SmackDown, it's going to be Samoan Down. It's
ASW, all Samoan wrestling.
Yeah, Friday nights, they're going to bring back the Big Fist, and it's just going to be The Rock and Fam on Fridays. That's what Friday is going to become. It's all Samoans all night long. SmackDown.
Tear them on Tuesdays.
Right? Jesus Christ. They, I believe, left. They had some issues and had kind of walked away. They were public about it. A lot of rumors. Could they be? Yeah, I mean, again, if you can find a way to utilize the talent, do it. I mean, all for it.
Right.
I mean, shit.
Damien's just asking who's our pick in the match.
Andrade.
I'll go Carmelo just to be difficult then. I like how WWE uses each wrestler's personality for their storylines. That works really well. Well, that's kind of the point.
That's the best way to do it. And that's the way it should be done, is you take yourself, you take some of your traits, some of your focus, and you turn it up to 11. That's always been the best way. That our favorite wrestlers ever, just them turned up to 11. And that's where some of the modern wrestlers who are just pretending to be a bad guy, pretending to be arrogant, pretending to be annoying, springboard Spanish fly.
Right, as that's the spot that we come back to off of commercial break here. But yeah, no, that's why we work. It's just us, but these go to 11.
Yeah, it's the same thing in anything. You see other people out there that are pretending to do that. We're just ourselves. If you guys want to watch us, we love you for it. We appreciate it.
Some of y'all have talked to us outside of this and everything. All the stream when we're in the Discord and everything. We're the same motherfuckers.
Right. Nick, do you still trust about Ricochet heading to AEW?
No. I don't believe where any of these fuckers are going until I see them walk through the door.
Yeah, I want to see it. And you can't believe any of the reports. I mean, the same people that are reporting he's going to WWE all reported that it was a done deal, that he was going to, they were going to AEW, or he, like none of it's certain, guys. And I still have contested from the beginning. They made me feel like he's coming back.
We talked about it. We talked about it a ton because they did a whole lot with that you weren't going to do unless someone was coming back. We sat there and said on stream multiple times of this is either the most gracious as a tip up from Andrade. Andrade's been in control here. This is, again, old school Andrade here with this, but that was either the most gracious send off that WWE's ever done to any performer ever, or you're setting up for something down the road here.
Yeah.
Meteora.
The knees in the corner. Could WWE do a world? They could. Would they? I don't know, but I think it would be interesting to break them up into countries. I like it. The new Survivor Series.
The worlds collide. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go.
Survivor Series cool again is you have the traditional Survivor Series matches, but for your nation, and you make it
like the Olympics.
Yeah, do it like a tournament style.
Yeah,
for glory.
Oh,
the only bad news is, we all know who's going to win.
Two count.
I agree with you, JV. I do not.
A little bit of the Gargano escape there, and with a 2 count. Sorry, I'm just popping over this match. Don't mind me.
No, the match is rolling. What was this one? It's not always that cut and dry, Nick. Nice try through. Some companies missed the boat on that one.
I don't know.
WCW Thunder with Booker T as GM and Braun Breaker, WCW champ. Again, there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of rumors out there what could happen.
Right.
Especially with such a wealth of talent.
Champ, would you like to expound upon that here? But as
double up.
Moonsault knows nobody's home, so he turns around, lands on his feet, and hits the second one. This match is cooking, my guy. And Larry, I see your comment, but I'm not going to do it in that man's voice because fuck that guy. What you gonna do when the wrestling for life runs wild on you?
No.
Yeah, well, still, I halfway kind of did it, but yeah, fuck that guy.
Mellow up and over. I wonder who's going to be Cody's tag team partner. All right, folks, get in the chat. Let us know.
And why is it not Kevin Owens? That's so good. That's so good.
And he kicked out.
But as Andrade hits the spinning back elbow, hits the Judas effect, and I like it because he faked the knee shot, so he got him to dodge there and then hit him with it.
He has the best spinning back elbow in the business.
Judas effect ain't got shit on that.
It's because of that step through, Nick. Like you said, it's that high knee step through really gives it a pop.
Well, it's like it's a feint. It makes them miss that, so it sells them into that. It explains why you're going to hit that. Oh.
No way.
Yeah, gets the shoulder up. Yeah, you had to on that one. That was a sloppy code breaker, so you had to on that one.
Yeah.
If they redo the spot, are they gonna redo it? Or no, it'll be reverse. Fuck. Sorry. Yeah, jump to nothing.
He was going for nothing, but net misses.
Oh, I like that. The little inside out fucking cutter there. Andrade with the win. And now the internet doesn't know who to be mad about because are we mad because Melo lost or are we happy because Andrade won?
Mm-hmm. Melo showed out on a losing. And that's what happens when you're the young guy in a fight game. Like he didn't look bad. And Andrade, big win. Andrade should win this. He's the veteran. Great match. Great win. I don't care what anyone says. I like it.
Hell of a match. We predicted that it was going to be a hell of a match. And like I even said before the match started, is this where we all kind of predicted where Melo would kind of be at when he got called up, of how we're even still halfway waiting around here a little bit with Braun. If Braun still looks like a badass, but he hasn't gotten over, he hasn't won the belt that we all thought he would.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a match.
What is Andrade calling that finisher, folks? What's he calling that? Because again, we talk about he had the hammerlock DDT.
Right.
Since he's been back, he had switched it up to that butterfly neck breaker. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, and still even too with hitting that little like the Judas effect. I don't know how else to call it besides the spinning back elbow. As like almost, if you were playing 2K24, it's the signature before the finisher. But it looks clean as shit.
As we were getting a replay from last week where Nia Jax still on a tear. Taking out my Mia Yim. Tiffy wanted that cash in, Nick.
She teased it. She thought about it.
So we might get Ghetto Meadow at the Rumble. That'd be cool as shit. It would pop me.
He's another one that his contract's up for discussion of,
Mello and A-Town as a team. Don't love it.
No. Oh, we're getting the side-by-side press conference and Bayley out here. How you doing?
Mm-hmm. I completely agree with all of this, Boston. A huge match for Andrade. Another solid win. You continue to build his stock. And again, I think you need more of that. You need to see Andrade get on screen and be involved. And Carmelo, like I said, I mean, as long as he's looking good in these attempts, it's all learning for him.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, this was needed for Andrade, like you said. If he's still the veteran in this, it still makes sense for him to get the huge win here. And that was a hell of a match and a hell of a way to get the win with that.
Wow, 100%.
Larry said, crazy fun match, says Anthony. Larry says he calls it the finale.
Could be better.
Yeah, it could definitely be better. I can name the move if you want, the hidden siesta.
He should call it like a hint of flair.
Just tranquilo.
Tranquilo would be even better. Tranquilo would be almost perfect.
That's literally, it's part of the whole Los Ingobernables and everything.
Right.
It works 100%. Andrade, just at least send me a shirt when you put it on a shirt. That's all I ask.
Well, I know he does
put it on a shirt and just send me one.
He has that the rope spot, which he stopped doing, which was the Tranquilo spot where we'd hook, right?
Yeah, but that's the one of it sends you off on, it's the one that's the under. It's that's what it is. It's the tranquil. It's you fucking relaxing because you're out on Dream Street there. Yeah.
If Wesley had a really precise missile drop kick, he could call it the Wesley Snipes. Well played, Spaz. Well played.
I was halfway just going to be like, so if he does the hidden blade, is it just called blade?
Right. I don't know how I feel about the hidden blade. I'm going to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it.
So I think you didn't like that spot of the dive through the tope blade?
The tope,
which is the most iconic visual from that match, by the way.
The tope one was wicked, and the way they shot it, I know AEW doesn't get a lot of praise for their visuals, but that, that moment when you seen him coming like a train through the fucking TV screen, and all you wanted to do was grab fucking MJF and tell him to move, run. But no, wicked spot.
But so why don't you like the move?
I don't know. I think more times than not, it looks kind of sloppy. And I think for me, I'm big into impact finishers, like the Tranquilo. Now I'm calling it the Tranquilo. But the pop-up power bombs. I like those. The moves with a thud to it.
You're telling me that doesn't have a thud? An elbow at full speed to the back of your head doesn't have a thud? That's, to me, that's like some Lucille type shit. That's,
yeah, don't get me wrong.
Fucking death blow. I thought you were going to be like, it's CTE move. It's concussion.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think
to me with that, I thought, I love that because it's just such an out of nowhere spot. That's not a cutter. and it's so impactful. It looks so impactful. It looks like an execution shot.
Yeah, I think
it looks like a kill shot.
Yeah, I think at times for me, it just looks sloppy. It looks like, did he hit him? Like, was it like, did he rub his armpit on his forehead? What just happened there?
Well, how do you feel
about
doing the Crossroads and the Styles Clash in that match too as well?
Yeah, I thought the Crossroads one was funny because he gave a wink before he did it.
Wink,
so
yeah.
I give him
that. Cody said he got the Cody cutter from the ox cutter.
Yes. And I think that, again, I like the little cutesy call outs to each other. Oh yeah, bruv, I see you, bruv. Like,
I don't mind the over the top, belligerent, deliberate fucking shots.
Yeah. And again, I don't think it's the same for the Style Clash. I think the Style Clash is very much paying homage to one of his heroes, which I have no issue with.
Oh, I thought it was great. I was sitting there, I was popping for. I was like, this man's gonna hit a Styles Clash on the fucking apron and everything.
Yeah. He's used it in a few matches as of late, and again, I think it's just a great homage to AJ Styles.
Right. But I'm going to take a pause for the cause and I guess see if I can find what room Bayley's in backstage here. Because how you doing, girl?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick taking a pause for the cause. We have Nia Jax, we got Bayley side by side, folks. We are almost at triple digits. Let's see if we can push this chat into triple digits tonight. So be a friend, tell a friend, anywhere they talk about wrestling, drop our link. Let's see how high we can get this live chat here tonight. What do you think about the Bayley Nia Jax situation? How you feeling about this rivalry? What do you think's going to happen at SummerSlam? I know some of you out there have already heard our theories, multiple options. I really do think this is going to be interesting with Tiffy having that money in the bank, but I like what they're doing with Nia and Bayley right now. Feel like it's building nicely. She looking good. I can imagine how intense it's going to be with Bayley and Nia Jax. I bet it would. Yeah, down boy, Christian. That was crazy. There was on with Nikki Bella and Natalya, and Natalya said John would leave Nikki for her. Oh. Brutus Creed versus Tom Lawler. Yeah, Bloodsport's stacking up. You're big, you're clumsy, and you're reckless. Bayley. Uh-oh. She usually looks enough of you. What's up, brother? Fluff Salisbury. How you doing? The system will pay for what they did to Jeff Hardy. Will Ospreay's version of the Styles? I have a feeling they're going to bring back Willow, guys. I don't know how you guys feel out there. Anthony, any vibe on this one? Okay. If you've changed since 2017, which is a long time ago, long-term storytelling, folks. I like this. Again, since we are in the countdown for the Olympics, yeah, we'll focus on what's happening right here, right now. We'll come back. As Nia chooses to walk out, not bad exchange. Not too long, kind of simple and to the point. Not bad. As we are getting a little bit of jelly roll on the graphic for SummerSlam. And now a view of the arena. SummerSlam kickoff. We will be here live for it Friday, August 2nd. It's going to be a fun one. 5 p.m. Eastern time. I like when they're back in North America. We get some regular time showings. KJ sorry, 1 second. Earlier today, Bianca and Jade got an argument with Chelsea and Nivens. Interesting. Cena was spotted in Montreal. Easy now. That'd be amazing. Tell me that when there you go. You want to get TNA over? That'd be hilarious. All right, so we're gonna get Belair versus Chelsea. All right. Never trust the Piper you can't. Randy's definitely up to something. We got to wait and see what's gonna transpire. But right now, the Bloodline is on the docket. But here comes Belair with Jade. Do you think Matt Hardy and Dirty Dangle will be a good match tomorrow? Be an okay match. It's probably not one of the ones that I'm the most excited about. I admit I'm not the biggest fan of Matt Hardy's in-ring overall, whatever. At this time, Dirty Dango, I think he's funny. It'll be a decent match. I think it's gonna kind of be filled with some story, though. We'll wait and see on that one. Bayley and Nia Jax have definitely raised the temperature heading into SummerSlam. Not bad, Christian. Bianca Belair wins. Folks, we are probably going to a commercial break. Let me know in that chat. Are you taking Belair? Are you taking Chelsea Green? Poor Chelsea. Poor Chelsea. We know she's in trouble. AD and AZ, welcome back. Good to see you. How much gas does Randy have left in the tank? That's my question. Listen, I think he's in pretty good shape. He seems to be in pretty good physical shape. So I think he wants a solid, run here. Is it 5 years? No, I don't think VC's 5 years. 3 max, maybe. It all depends on how his body holds up. I'd like to see him, not John Cena, take that title record. I would love for him to have a couple quick runs. Even if they surprise the world by Randy Orton somehow beating Cody Rhodes and forcing Cody to chase Randy for a little bit, I think it would be golden. I think it works. I think it'd be solid programming if you could run it. But we'll see. I mean, it will all depend on how he feels. And right now, he seems to be doing pretty good. And under Triple H, he's not burning them out as much. He's not overusing them as much. Bianca Belair for the win. I think I'll call that move from Andrade Twisted Sister. Okay. Why? Just because of the twisty part? What's the sister tie-in? I don't follow. Chelsea is winning. Wishful thinking. Boston. Is TK making a good decision having collision before SummerSlam August 3rd? It's funny. And again, I mean, it is what it is. You're going up against a pay-per-view. It's just funny because you're like, you're very braggadocious, but very timid at the same time. Yeah, at the end of the day, I think that either way, you're not going to get a whole lot of views for collision. So be it. At least they're doing something. They're fucked no matter what they do, Damien. Bianca got one of the GOAT entrance themes for the women, in my opinion. It's not bad. It stands out. At least you know who it is. Braden Hunfield. Welcome to the Wrestling Utopia. And I will take this moment to remind everybody as we are coming out of commercial break, we are back tomorrow for Slammiversary and Collision. Don't forget, Anthony's weekly review will be up as he gives you his Slammiversary predictions. You may have a little guest popping on by to help him out with that. So tune in, click that little bell. You never know when we're going to pop up. And we are here all week long. We're heading towards SummerSlam. We're heading towards Blood and Guts. We're heading towards All In, Slammiversary, and all the above. We got lots coming your way. Don't forget about our awards. If you haven't seen them yet, go check the award show out. Give it some love, as it was a lot of fun to give out the Golden KJs last night. And next week, Wrestling Court will return. But stay tuned on exactly what will be on the docket for next week. We got some tricks up our sleeves. As here comes Chelsea Green. By the way, after I said all that, do want to let everyone out there know, if you notice on the chat, went up live today, we will be covering Progress Wrestling We're going to cover their next show. It's in the UK. We will be going live at 9:45 a.m. So a breakfast with the boys. We've had some talks with the people at Progress. We've been asked to specifically cover this by them. So we're looking forward to it. We're honored by it. And we're going to have a lot of fun with Progress Wrestling. The card is stacked. Lots of fun matches to have. Danhausen's going to be on the card. I know Ali Cash, Effie. Who else is on the lineup is deep. So make sure you tune in with us. It's a breakfast with the boys, an official breakfast with the boys. I know we've done a lot of brunches, but it's wake and bake with the whole family. So it's going to be a fun one. And I believe, that's Sunday the 28th. We're also doing Bloodsport on Sunday the 28th as well. I love how they put Samantha's intro in Chelsea. Yeah, it's wicked, isn't it? But we are off and running, folks. If you haven't made a prediction yet, as Belair hits a suplex. Woo! I mean, I think on the way out, Anthony, it's okay. Like, if it was an ongoing, like, if it was a thing, maybe not. But for the nostalgia that it is, yeah, I'm okay with it. Chelsea with a 2. And we got a shitty roll up. Okay. Not okay. Yeah, let's go. And Anthony's going to join us for some bacon and eggs. Let's go. Got Bianca for the win. We haven't seen Bianca whip anyone. No, she's more. She uses the hair less when she's in the babyface kind of saddle. But Chelsea and Piper rolling out. Jade and Piper having a bit of a stare down. Belair gets the W. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. My favorite tag team in wrestling. They deserve the golden KJ. The unholy union in the house, your women's tag champions. Speaking of women's tag champions,
yeah, Alba Fire, Isladon. She gives me needs. Yeah, she gives me needs. I feel like Fez. She gives me needs. Yes, we do have the Golden Cages that we just had last night. So if you haven't gone and watched our award show to see who won the midlifeies, go and check that out. The
midlifeies, that's wonderful. The half-lifeies, the midlifeies is a much
the midlifeies. That's what
I feel like Happy Gilmore. Where were you on that one? That's perfect.
As we've got the contract signing coming up next, my guy.
There we go. It's the Nubler sisters. I don't know what that even means. Wow, that is embarrassing for Chelsea. They did her. No, that's Chelsea's role, Taylor. That she's fine. Like, I don't think people get their head around what Chelsea's doing. Like, it was not bad for Chelsea. Nothing's bad for Chelsea. Chelsea was a woman standing in the middle of the ring of Money in the Bank trying to jump to the suitcase like she is, it is what it is. It's funny. She's the R-Truth of the women's division.
I don't even think she's that far, but you need characters. You need personality. Yeah. That's the biggest thing that will get you over in pro wrestling is you can have 7-star matches, even outside of the Tokyo Dome. But if you have I censored myself and I didn't mean to, but if you have no forking personality or anything like that behind it, then what the fuck are we doing here? Trust me, again, I'm not going to say nothing, but I mean, I think we've got a bit of personality here, so I think that's why people tune in a little bit and everything. Personality is a draw. It's what sells you on the story and everything like that.
She's fine.
Yeah.
No, she's fine. Like, she's absolutely fine. And again, she didn't get the shit kicked out of her. She didn't get abused from one end of the ring to the other. She lost to a shitty roll-up to a former champ who's arguably one of the best in the business. So, again, she'll be fine. She plays the hapless heel very well. And this will, I think, lead to maybe Chelsea and Piper getting a title shot. Or, I mean, again, at least it's setting up reasons for the women to hate each other in the tag team division.
Yeah, you're building Are you hardly building your women's tag division better than you are your men's, sadly?
Yes. Yeah, it's ahead. It's ahead.
Oh, I don't know why, but that felt like a pausable moment.
Nick thinking about that hot tui.
As Kate is going to go find his hot tui. As Kate is taking a pause for the guys, as I am in commercial break. So we'll remind everybody we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Like I know KJ was even, talking a bit about how we're going to be out here watching that progress and everything as well. Nobody covers more live wrestling than we do. Nobody covers it the way we do. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Up to something sees and never sleeps. So make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification because A, you never know when we're going to be popping up, and B, you don't know what tricks we got up our sleeves. As like I said, I am in commercial break. You made the freaking list. Yeah, that's what thank you, boss. And I forgot what word I slipped into censoring my own self. I guess self-preservation is a thing. Proof positive there. But yes, freaking, what the fuck, Nick? Yeah, what the fuck, Boston? Taylor, oh, is that Chelsea's Green? Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, she's the comical, heel and everything like that. It's not, again, not everyone, and I know everybody's great and everybody's got their talent. It reminds me so much of, like we've talked about this, of the Attitude Era, to where everyone had a perfect role, everyone had a spot that fit pretty well there. Everything has a story, whether it be the top of the card, the bottom of the card, the middle of the card, all has a story, all has shit, all has threads that they can pull on at any time. So I think that works 100%. I just subscribe. Sounds like my dream to react to wrestling with. Absolutely, my guy. KJ always says we're the wrestling utopia. We've joked and saying we're the wrestling friends you can't get in your real life. At the end of the day, the wrestling may suck, but we never do. That's what it is, my guy. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. I got too many slogans and too many gimmicks. I like Fargan from a classic comedy. There you go. I don't know why my brain started to go to like Farquaad. I feel like that's been a thing I've seen recently in the US of, some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Stoner Jesus, may the blunt be with you. I am blessed. It's, the blunt is risen, the blunt is born here. So, yeah, we're getting Cody Rhodes and TBD versus A-Town Down Under tonight, which was set up in, honestly, I think the worst SmackDown segment in a while. Like, I'm not trying to fully hate on Cody. I like A-Town Down Under, still got that, like, babyface turn that's going to happen with Austin Theory here, but that opening segment to SmackDown was kind of bad. And it feels like it's been fighting an uphill battle here. Could Dynamite... So, I'll say this, as I've got all this in the ring. Oh, yes, because we're about to get the contract signing. But we're through about the first hour of SmackDown here. What is your guys' wrestling show of the week? Not a match, the whole show. What's your guys' wrestling show of the week? But there's no table, so it's going to be interesting to see who goes to the table. I think I've got Logan Paul zip by in here to try and get his way to Nebraska there for the contract signing. But no. May the spark be in Dynamite 100% interesting, JV, because I kind of agree with you. Maybe Raw. NXT is show of the week, folks. Show, I don't know. Yeah. Raw, Dynamite. Sorry, I tried to spell that. No, I got you. As I've got LA Knight coming out here. And so he's winning that SummerSlam, right? I know we're getting the big moment and because it's Logan Paul in Cleveland and all of that, but the man's kind of a heel even in his hometown, right? So he's got to be losing. And I mean, if you know as to why he's not going on the Japan tour or anything like that. But yeah, this has got to be LA Knight's win here. If LA Knight doesn't win here, and I know we don't try and be one of those, channels that's out there of like, oh, they're fucking buried. Oh, they're, lost. Oh my God. Can you believe they're ruining them? But if LA doesn't go over Logan, are you not kind of at a standstill here? Are you not kind of taking all the sheen off a little bit at this point here? The champion of the United States. Oh, Hulk Logan. Oh, God. For half a second, MDB, you made me think that this man was coming out here. Like, you know who, when it comes crashing. As my screen cuts to black, that's the first time in SmackDown so far, as we're almost an hour in, for getting all of a minute, all of 30 seconds, that literally my screen went entirely black. So apparently this man must have gotten some real heat here that they had to sit there and turn the fucking screen black. I still don't get what's with the weird mullet. He looks like he lost a fight with a weed whacker, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, look, it's No Gun Slaw. Why? Where's his lawyer? Future VP Logan Paul. Don't you put that. If that's the case, then we're living in idiocracy. However you want to view it, if Logan Paul is ever running for office, I quit. I quit. I'll Batista the shit out of this. As we're getting big heat for Logan here, though. And I know that he's a shoot heel, but at the same time, he works well within wrestling, and he's fucking athletic, and it does work. So you sons of anarchy, actually looking. Nah, that's Briggs and them down in NXT. John, why would you be in the doghouse? And dogs in the house. Woo, 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 woo. No, my guy. Why would you be in the doghouse? I didn't see you, my guy. Oh, maybe you should just take a walk. We'll think about this later. Every time we have been face to face, I have owned and cooked you, says LA Knight to Logan Paul here. Ooh. Mind you, the Punk footage only did 800,000. JV, I get what you're saying. Maybe we'll click on that and talk about that during the commercial here. Oh God, you popped me as I was taking a choke. Now I can't stop choking. That's how it be, my guy. That's how it be. Take your vitamins responsibly, folks. I'll just say that. I just drank my prime and said my prayers. I will give them credit. These guys are both have been good on the mic and everything like that. Now, granted, I feel LA Knight's better than Logan here, and especially I would say as an overall professional wrestler here. So obviously he's got to be at this. This is interesting because normally you're getting the table spot. By now we're getting into fisticuffs. You know, somebody's getting thrown through the table, and that's how we send this off here. Cody versus Logan. Let me talk to you. What do you want to talk about? Praise not why? Nick, I also wanted to talk about tonight. Talk all night about Hogan. John, our handles and everything like that are scrolling through and everything like that, my guy. If you want to send me all your best Hogan memes and you want to, blow my phone up talking trash about, Terry Bollea, we can do that. But I kind of want to just keep it to the rest, and I don't want to involve, the political shit into this and everything. So I'll say that, my guy. Logan saying your entire existence is defined by what you do in this ring, but not me. I'm running multi-million dollar businesses, starting a family, but I think that's showing that you ain't fully committed, my guy. Big Dog, so So you do watch the show, why? James in case LA will what? I like this whole catchphrase bodybuilder gimmick you've got. Spaz, thank you for the $2 super chat. 5-on-5 Rascals versus and ABC versus New Day, Axiom and Frazier. I'd be all the way here for it. It feels very WWE heavy, but I'm here for it. As Logan's going to the call in LA Knight, pretending to be The Rock here. Pretending to be The Rock. Yes. Low-T Logan Paul. I literally, MDB, as I clicked that comment, I got to it. That's good. If you know. Motor City Machine Guns versus Axiom and Frazier. Sign me up. Absolutely, Damon. There's plenty of dream matches you can make if Motor City Machine Guns was in any company. Hey, LA Knight with, dare I say, the best haymaker of the night of your brother's willing to jump into the ring with Mike Tyson, but you don't seem to have the balls to jump into the ring with me. Oh, I hate that. Like, bro, you are the whitest of white, and you want to start going, y'all want this match? No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, my guy. So, after I beat you at SummerSlam, you have nothing of value to me. Oh, we're fucking up the contract already. Oh, that was cringe, especially because Logan fucked up the whole contract and everything like that. It was supposed to be a hotline of Logan saying, I said I was going to take everything from you, but you have nothing of value to me. So I'm going to write a direct map to where you can take your dreams and stick them right up your, weak sauce, applesauce. I like this of, they at least sold it of LA Knight goaded him and baited him into agreeing to the match here. Now, agreeing to the match, I think you didn't fully need to even, but I think if you had a stip or something like that, maybe, but yeah, I still like it. LA Knight comes out looking like the top guy here. Oh, as Logan gets back in the ring, jumps LA Knight. Aldis would beat both their asses. Yes, he would. Respectfully. Aldis could be in the world title picture. Speaking of people who's beating people's asses.
Fight!
How you doing? The man who will lay the smackdown on all your Canadian and your candy asses.
Just taking in this contract signing, and again, didn't even bring a table. Can't break a table if there is no table.
I know. Disappointed. They don't, and we got instantly again to black screen. I can't wait till at least SmackDown. Oh, thank God. I thought this man behind there, Gandalf, the fucking security guard, was passed out behind the fucking barricade because this man was just pointed down like he had slumped over.
I thought that was Chong. I thought it was Tommy Chong.
Yeah. There's definitely like a field trip group behind the commentary right
now. Oh, it's funny. I was sitting here thinking it, and
I'm gonna just fucking say it. Just let it fly, my guy. As we got Tiffy time, and we've even got
bubble gum. I'm about to pop like bubble gum. Hold on tight.
Hold on. I'm gonna keep my hands at 10 and 2, so I don't get accused of nothing.
We want,
bro. They're acknowledging that she was Daddy's girl. She was that shit. She was Paris Hilton before, but now she's even Nia Jax is out there saying she's my real life Barbie girl. That's kind of a little bit of what she is.
Why do I have a urge to watch Baywatch? I'll be there.
No one hassles the Huff.
Forever and always.
Tiffy. Tiffany Tom Lordy. Yeah, we're a little hot and bothered, a little hot under the collar. I'm coming down with the vapors. I'm feeling a little verklempt, my guy.
Yeah, this feels like behold your future champion.
Facts. And they're even tying it into the gymnastics and all of that, of showing of like, yeah, I'm not just a pretty face. Like, bitch, I actually do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most like you're a fucking star moment I would feel right now, present day for Tiffany. A bit of like, here's a whole big ass video package of putting you the fuck over.
Right. Yeah. Now Christian's on the Hasselhoff vibe. We'll get Ricky Martin and Hasselhoff at SummerSlam.
Right. Those are going to be the guest hosts, and Freddie Prinze Jr. is going to be the special guest referee.
MDB with like the duh comment of the night. Sorry, MDB, but my God, TV time greater than TV time. Jeez.
Absolutely. Well,
prison time greater than TV time. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Facts, yeah. And it's so obvious you could tell the whole pun there of like, you know who wants more TV time? I do. No, Chris, I just want a bullet to hit you right between the eyes there. How you doing?
They changed up her entrance a little bit.
It's trash.
You don't like her entrance?
That's ass.
What was ass? And her new theme song?
It was just, by the time she's halfway down the ramp before you even get anything on the fucking screen, it's just darkness. Charlie Murphy, darkness.
I thought it was all right.
Compared to what it was before, don't quit fucking with shit that already works. Like I've seen people say of how there's the potential new Seth Rollins theme, and quit fucking with shit that's already good.
Glow time greater than Tiffany time.
Nah, we turned the lights off on that bitch.
Tiffany kind of glowing right now.
Well, she's by the way out here with Nia Jax, so we firmly established that alliance, that kind of tandem there.
As Tiffany's going to take on Mishin up next.
Me, him out here just having all the matches. By the way,
it's not Def Rebel this time. This time it's
Ash Rebel.
No, it's Pink Bubblegum. They just played the video.
You could have. So they just changed all that up just for that shit.
Well, the song's good, and I mean, it's better than what the generic song she had.
I like the video package and quit fucking with shit already. Stop fucking with shit.
No. I mean, you don't rest on your laurels. We don't rest on our laurels.
I know we don't. Yeah, but still, but every now and then you find something that works and you just leave it alone. Just let it go. That I think
you were that married to Tiffany's previous.
I'm not that married, but I'm trying to fucking stop a wave of shit to where, like I said, to where you've got. Potentially, they're going to change Rollins' theme, where Def Rebel is going to take over. If we don't stop Def Rebel and stop this transition into bullshit music now, then where do we fucking draw the line?
Nothing. Zero to do with Def Rebel.
It's not their song. Shitty wrestling teams.
But it's not. They didn't do it. They didn't do it. It's not their song. Glow Time is a lighthouse just guiding Tiffany to the promised land. JV, well played, sir.
Touche, Tabernacle.
I thought it's Tiffy Time has been her entrance theme. Am I missing something? Maybe. Is that what that was? I thought they were using the pink bubblegum song.
Yeah, that whole entrance was different than what it was.
The entrance was definitely different.
Yeah. Might have been the same song, but that entrance was no mas.
They might have changed Bronze for the worst. I will give you that. It's not. I thought the NXT one was a little bit better, but very similar.
Yeah, I don't hate Bronze that much, but I think what's really just upset me and I know I'm getting upset over something that probably won't happen, but the idea of them even changing Rollins' song to where you have the whole crowd singing along with it. Oh, you haven't heard that?
I hadn't heard that. I don't think they're going to remove.
I've seen it going around.
Unless he goes full heel and they don't want the crowd to sing, like, because they know if he goes heel and he has the same music, they're still going to sing along with them. So that would be the only way I would change his music up. As long as he's kind of over the way he is right now, there's no reason to change that song. I hadn't seen that.
Fair enough. Well, and Anthony, I guess, helping us with what we didn't see of it was the same song but a different style entrance. The bubblegum song was the video package. So there you go. So I can still
just the visual. So definitely not Rebel's fault.
Still, just fuck Def Rebel. Just it needs to be said. But yeah, that entrance was not great. But going to I was trying to spin it all the way back to how with the Seth Rollins and everything of there's the idea being thrown out that there's at least going to be a special guest referee match at SummerSlam. What match do you think it is, and who's the special guest referee?
Oh, I mean, the rumor is it's going to be Seth, and a lot of it, I think we talked about it on this channel for a while before it even became a rumor that they're going to put Seth Rollins in the special guest referee for Drew and Punk.
We knew Seth was going to be involved. We didn't know, or at least I didn't know how. That would be really interesting to do that. I think that there's still potentially other matches that you can make it work. So I think it works that way. But yeah. What the?
Oh, Santos. This is good. So when LA beats Logan, Santos is a nice guy to line up after LA for that mid-card title.
No, you know who's a nice guy to line up for that mid-card title, and that would be a hell of a match, is Andrade, who we just saw have a banger of a fucking match with Carmelo.
That's what I said.
You said Escobar. Andrade. I said Andrade.
I didn't mean Escobar. I meant the guy on the TV right in front of us. Did I say Escobar? Andrade.
Yes, that is Escobar.
Yeah. No, I wanted Andrade. But Escobar's not a bad show. Escobar's doing Andrade better than Andrade's doing Escobar. Escobar's doing Andrade better than Andrade was doing Andrade. So go Escobar. See how I fucked all of this up. But
I think the lines have crossed here. I think a little bit of the streams have
meant
crossed
Escobar
here a bit.
originally, and I changed my mind, and then I realized what I did. But yes,
right.
This is good. I like it.
I think Andrade is slowly reclaiming that whole how we've joked about of Escobar does Andrade better than Andrade. I think Andrade is finding himself again.
Yeah, Andrade's doing well. I mean, we just got a really good match with him, and it's so funny. But yeah, we got a really good match with Andrade earlier. Again, really trying to establish the talent that's in that mid-card division. I got no problem with it. My head hurts. Yeah, I'm with you, Stoner, clearly.
Right. I'm coming out right now. What?
Exactly. Wrestling is back, baby. It been back.
Yeah.
Mission is like a human wrestling buddy. No matter how much she gets beat, she looks the same. Is it me or has Mission slimmed down? I have no idea, big dog. Maybe a little.
I wasn't trying to keep track. I don't know why you were.
She's about to take an L, though. Folks, get your predictions in. Let us know who you're taking.
Yeah. As Tiffany out here with almost some damn near wedding gown looking out. Like her attire just kind of, to me, has halfway that vibe of like I'm into a prayer of fun. I take you there.
Flip into the corner. Mission in control, going for the pin.
Kick out, kick out.
The little Bo Peep. That's the
I say bad then. The attitude era is back, y'all. Nah, maybe when we get more towards Netflix. When we get Netflix.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
As Tiffy hiding behind Nia. Oh.
Cartwheel Alabama slam.
Alabama slam on the floor.
Oh, Black Betty, Bear Milan.
This is working. Tiffy with Nia is working well. And let's keep this going.
It's Alexa Bliss Nia vibes to me a little bit. Well, to the extent of you have popular heel that, athletic heel, all of that, smaller heel, big heavy, all of that. It's HBK, Kevin Nash, or Diesel all over again.
Yeah, it works. Tiffy in control as we go to commercial break, folks.
Right.
Make sure you get in that chat. Let us know what's on your mind. And if you are listening to me right now, take this link, share it with your friends, share it with your family. We want to get triple digits back in this chat. So let's go. Keep it up. And happy Friday. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow for Slammiversary and Collision. Monday, we go straight through next week, heading towards Blood and Guts. SummerSlam coming up as well. So much wrestling on the docket. Working on some interviews, some members-only stuff. The channel is packed, and we got more coming your way. Please, please, please be a friend. Tell a friend.
Big things popping, little things stopping. Up to something season never sleeps. Bye.
There you go. There you go.
420 Daydreamer, perfect line here of sharing is caring.
Facts.
It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. I like that name. Bye. Greetings from Asbury Park for sure, says Jesus. Bye.
That's the finisher for Bam Bam.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that was in response to.
Fair enough.
It's the Shockmaster. No, Samoa Joe took that spot last week.
Well, he did the reverse Shockmaster.
Right.
Instead of trying to pop out the wall, he got thrown into a wall, or drove it into a wall, I should say.
Right. Yeah, no, we'll find out more on that. Mission has more L's than a Greek last name. Not bad, not bad. I asked the chat, what's the favorite move named after a city or a state? Oh, so then greetings from Asbury Park's a good one.
Oh, okay. I was like, we're glad to see we got caught up to date on this. Y'all were having your own conversation.
Alabama Slammer.
That's not a bad tie in MDB, but just now I feel like I'm late to the party here.
I'm late to the party. As we come back from commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, Tiffy and Mission still battling it out.
Right. Ooh. Interesting way to do the kind of like rolling senton of like prop yourself off your knees and like flip off of it.
Right.
I like this. Just Joe. Did anyone see Twisters 2, The Quickening? Yes! That's such a good name for that movie. I laughed because I grew up watching that movie. I've been even on the ride at Universal and shit. And then now they come off with, because we can't come up with new shit. So we'll just redo shit.
Right. That's everything now. But Tiffany completely in control. Demanding Mission get up. Oh. Looking for the slam again.
We'll roll through 1, 2. Oh, that was a little clearly we're going for here. But I'll let it slide, I guess.
Could you imagine if Tiff was 20 minutes late for everything? High thoughts with Stoner Jesus. Ding.
Fast. Well, and then MDB predictive text already beforehand of you're never late when you're on Tiffy time.
Facts.
Texas Cloverleaf was another good one. Shout out to D. Maliko. Yes, and making me hungry for Texas toast. Little tornado DDT from AEM. Why is Fox's signal so botchy lately? Have you had issues with Fox? I haven't.
I
Do you get the full blackouts like I do, or you just
no,
get nothing? You get
no
no
way. I
interruption?
haven't had any blackouts tonight. At times we don't. I don't watch it technically on Fox.
Ah. Two got out the little like chest kick there from Tiffany. But yeah, no, I've had full blackouts. I think like what was it like last week? It was because some kid was flipping the bird. Yeah.
Some issues with like the Paul Heyman segments. It's not good. It's not good.
It's a really bad look, especially when we were going into WrestleMania and like The Rock's out there cutting a promo and it just disappears.
Yeah. And I heard the WWE was getting frustrated. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, because there's even shit that they do with this that they get away with on USA that they don't hear. Oh, as Nia kind of grabs up Mia Yim here.
Yeah, we got Fox. We get all your channels, Fox, CNN. Not all of them, but like we get kind of your anything you nationally broadcast, we get. We just lump it in with our, and we don't have a whole lot. So stealing yours. That's why we know so much about the States, and the States know nothing about us other than igloos and hockey.
You're probably winning in that situation. Oh, it's Bayley out here. The barricade. That corner of the barricade.
That's hilarious.
Was the fucking goofiest ass spot of
shit.
Smacks her with the briefcase. So Bayley and Nia Jax going at it. Why?
Oh, they're giving her. They're gonna. Bayley's mashing up her case so she gets a pink one.
Yeah, shit. Because I was like, outside of that, what does that do? What does that accomplish? That's 100% what that is.
Go get yourself.
Yeah, you explain that because I was like, why? Like, you're not beating her up. It's not like you beat up like the vestige of her or something like that. Of like, if I hit this every time I hit it, she takes a bruise. No.
Right.
Fuck.
Tiffany takes the loss. We're definitely going to get a tag team match between Bayley, Mission, Tiffany.
I said that last week, and now we're definitely getting a pink briefcase.
And we're definitely getting a pink briefcase as Bayley destroys Tiffany's briefcase. Tiffany, I can't wait to hear that. They ruined Tiffany. What's the point of being the Money in the Bank holder if you lose? The champion one-upped her. It's beautiful. And now we're going to get a pink suitcase, briefcase. Money in the Bank.
The only thing that I think, like, if you're not a diehard wrestling, like if you're not a Smart Mark wrestling fan of knowing, okay, so they're setting this up so she gets a pink briefcase and everything. Oh, we've got Solo. I'll shut up now.
Life is so good. 420. I don't think.
Why does every fucking video package with these fuckers look like a Death Row album cover? As literally you have, the fallen angel Solo Sikoa out there praying with the ceremonial lay around his hands.
Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
First off, Kill Chief and the Click You Claim.
Who's gonna step up and disrespect the tribal chief by teaming with Cody Rhodes tonight? Who is gonna be put on notice? Have you thought about this? Dude, this is good shit. This segment was produced by Dre.
Right, 100%. Now, granted, Solo, maybe Velour. Don't do Velour again.
I think it's fine, bro.
I don't like the visual, or I don't like Velour, period.
Right.
Period. I don't give a fuck about none of it.
I used to rock velour suits once upon a time, so I can't hate too much. I looking like the uncle from next Friday.
Yeah.
What up, Unc?
All right. You know how I know you smoke weed because your lips turning black.
And there you go, Jacob putting the necklace around the neck and chest of Solo. I like velvet.
Red velvet?
Red velvet cake? Are we going back to
cake? She's got a cake. What?
True. Jimmy Uso Could be. I don't think so, though.
That's what I'm having to get out of my head because I was just thinking of
Baby D.
Baby D. When I did asset protection for Target on like Black Friday and shit, we had like Target security as our jacket says. We're in commercial break, so I'm just talking nonsense now, making jokes. But it literally, I would hold up to like my friends when it say Target security, be like top flight security in the world, Craig.
Only Captain Zap Bannigan really loved Lure. All right.
Futurama reference. I get it.
Main event Mafia. These references are crazy and all over the place. I love it.
Yes.
Do you think
any audibles were made tonight because of the travel issues? Seems like a little more vignettes and taped talking segments than normal. No, if anything with that, to me, it would be one of those of so as to when you tape next week's show, you can still get you might not have huge moments here. So when you still have next week's show that you're taping and everything, you still keep the audience. You're doing 2 shows back to back.
Yeah, fair enough. And again, I haven't heard any reports of anybody kind of being late or missing. So usually that kind of trickles out. I don't know. It seems like a kind of a standard one. Again, maybe not cooking yet, but it's not bad. We're rolling along.
This is definitely on a simmer.
3,000 snacks. That bitch Nor when she awake.
Hey Chico.
If not, gotta be Jay, then Jimmy. I think Jimmy's first. Because you still gotta talk Jay into it.
Jay's the interesting get because there's still been now this whole outpouring and outcry of to where he should be a main event guy, and that they're fumbling him as the main event guy, which still, by the way, him and Rhea with all of this is just fantastic. I now want to go to a Waffle House, and I still like of Rhea even playing into it of, does Jey Uso have your number?
Yeet. Yeah, no, I think it's well played. And I don't think they're fumbling Jey Uso. Again, another guy, you can have only so many people at the top of the pyramid. He'll get there. And there is backstory with him and Gunther, which I think ultimately we do get at some point. But Jay's over as fuck. Jay's fine. I have no issue with where they're leading this. And I think Jay will get his moment. I think he needs his moment. I just don't know. Maybe that's why you bring in a Hikuleo or an Lance or whoever, because Jay doesn't leave Raw.
Jay gets his moment at the Samoan Civil War to where he has the huge spot, say he gets the win.
Maybe. It'll blow my mind.
Fair enough. Roddy, I don't know what Roddy said.
Yeah. CM Punk is Cody's partner. Ooh, that's juicy.
Why?
Well, because the whole Heyman thing, but he's not. You won't see Punk in a ring until SummerSlam. You will not get it, even if he was.
You might see him in a ring, but you won't see him physical in a ring. You won't see him in a match till then.
He's not taking a match. You're building for that moment where everybody wants to know: can he go? Will he survive a full match? Because listen, as much as I defend Punk, he hasn't been very durable. So can he get through a full-length match with a Drew McIntyre, especially a highly contested, heated rivalry?
Like they're going to go hell for leather with it. It's not going to be one of those of, headlock takeover, shit like that. Yeah, it's going to be one of those. Yeah. They're going to go hell for leather with it. They're going to want to put on what should be a Meltzer 5-star match, but, because it has different letters in front of it, it won't be. But yeah.
Well, we'll see. But I think
we were getting the replay of Jacob Fatu just taking everybody out last week of just. Yeah, and that's the thing is though, even too of the Bloodline fucked up, A-Town Down Under's, rematch. So why the fuck are they coming out to help out them with going at Cody Rhodes here?
Sorry,
Make it make sense. You ain't got the answer, Sway.
I don't even know what the question was.
Facts.
I think the Usos are freaking
Tag
awesome.
Team Championship #1 contender gauntlet match next Friday of the OC, Pretty Deadly, Legado del Fantasma, the Bloodline, aka GOD, Apollo Crews, and Baron Corbin. I've seen people say that they should be the new APA and the Street.
How do they like? Come on,
the APA, Ebony, Ivory, live in perfect harmony. That's what it is. Let's keep it a buck. Let's be honest. Let's be open and discuss it. Let's not run away from it. That's why. The
APA were beer drinking brawlers, and Apollo Crews is one of the happiest.
And next week we're also getting Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley and Mitchell, like I said. But anyway,
there you go. Yes. All the stuff.
Oh, we're also advertising Crawford versus Madrimov in League One. In Riyadh, and so it's part of the Saudi deal, because what the fuck is this?
Yeah, they're just advertising a boxing match. League One.
It just has nothing to do with the fact that it's in Saudi where we have the deal.
Oh, it's probably
and also the fact that Crawford's in the
ring. Live on Fox. I have no idea. Yeah. What do you think the plans? Orton might not. There he is.
Call it as we see it.
There it is.
Folks, you're not seeing 4KJs on your screen as KO's coming out right now.
Jacob Fatu, I want you.
Could you imagine? Well, with this long shot, I will for you get a moment like that of, say, Jacob just pops out of nowhere and just smacks the shit out of him, just takes him out mid-walk.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. Come out the other side of the tunnel.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, as expected, KO steps up, and he will work with Cody Rhodes tonight to take on A-Town Down.
Right. As I heard a ding ding from somewhere, and I don't know where it was.
Yeah, they're not going to touch KO's entrance. He's established. Let's dial.
Please don't. If they do, I quit. I quit.
Yeah. I mean, the recognizable ones you got to not fuck with.
But that's a recognizable one. And I know you said you hadn't seen it, but I've seen them I've seen that idea floating around that they're going to fuck with it. And just, no, you don't do that. You don't do that.
Like I said, the only way I could see them changing Seth is if he goes full heel. Like if they're setting up heel Seth versus babyface Punk, then you take that song away so the fans don't
have too many heels as it is.
Well, I mean, again, as far as the angle goes, I mean, I think Rollins will play the heel better than Punk would.
I'd keep at Rollins at best a tweener. I think they both work in that floater.
Yes, but are a way to get to death.
It works with tweeners with this, because you could still ask the question as to technically who's the heel and who's the babyface, depending on how you want to look at it between Punk and Drew.
No, you put that in.
I ignored you. I know where they want to go with it, but still, if you're
Drew McIntyre, nobody is questioning Drew McIntyre being the heel. He's been outright the heel. I don't think there's any debate with that at all.
You could make a case.
I want to surprise myself. Shocker! I totally forgot Rampage was on tonight. We usually do, but then it happens, so we're here for it.
That's normally just the SmackDown post show.
Naomi got more tenure than KO, and they def rebelled her.
This kid in the fucking front row with his New Day ass hoodie just stole my hat. He stole my hat, and I don't like it.
Triple H is gonna love the sour ending. We'll see. I wonder if there's something tricky happening. You can't have Cody just get beat up again tonight. Free Ricky.
That's what will happen.
Free Ricky. No, they won't run it back the exact same way. There's something
it'll
else.
Be Kevin instead of Randy.
Oh, could be. Eliminate all his friends. It'd be very interesting.
But it'd be the same shit.
You got to pick them off one by one. But that's why I don't think it will work out the same way. I really don't. I don't think they're going to do the same thing. I think there's a twist.
I'm hoping because this is an interesting matchup for me to have. Up next, we've got Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens versus A-Town Down Under.
Right.
I come from a land down under.
Right. As we're getting the advertisement for CM Punk returns Monday.
You got to set towards him and Drew at SummerSlam. You've got to make it official like a referee whistle.
Well, I like it because what I assume is going to happen is Punk's going to beg for the suspension to be lifted, and and that's it. Now I don't know how I feel about Seth being. I kind of want them just to fight one-on-one, but we'll see without Seth Brown.
That's the thing is, to me, I get why people jump to the idea of Seth as the special guest referee. To me, it doesn't make sense because he's mad at Punk. He's not exactly mad at Drew. So what does he have an issue with Drew outside of like if he's going to help Punk get a win? So I think that works better as just a straight up match of
a little bit.
I still think the whole rumor about excuse me, of a special guest referee could just be fucking cannon fodder.
It could be assumption.
Right, because I don't know. The only thing that I've also seen thrown out there that makes sense that I almost think you'll really like if they do it is Rhea versus Liv with Dom as the special guest referee.
Yeah, I mean that would be very intriguing.
That's an instant. You're doing nothing but storyline there, and he's got to count the three. He's not interfering. He has to officially count the three when Liv beats Rhea.
Yeah, I mean, really, it works. I know they're not going to do both. And again,
I wouldn't do the Seth one if I'm being honest.
I pitched hard at the idea that Liv was going to win when Rhea returned. I think that's the most compelling way to do this. It'll be interesting because I do expect Dom to kind of make his turn, dig into his turn, and help Liv's turn. Could he be the ref while he does it? Yeah, he really could be.
I think that if you're steadfast on there's a ref spot or a special guest ref, I like that spot more than I do Seth being the special guest ref.
I'm kind of in agreement with you, to be honest. I don't really want Seth as the special guest.
It doesn't work, and you're giving away things more than you need to.
Yeah, I mean they'll make it work, but I get that visual of Shawn Michaels. Yeah, and I have that visual of Shawn Michaels reluctantly counting the three and being pissed off while he did it. I mean, and I could see Seth having that moment of, fuck, I have to count it. I have to count. But yeah, I mean, Dom might be the better fit.
Yeah, as well. Interesting fits as we're getting, if you have Call of Duty, you can play now as Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, and Ronald Mysterious. So you can be out there, playing team deathmatch and sit there and hit a crossroads on somebody. What the fuck?
Can we talk about CM Punk, about how CM Punk has helped Drew become the best he's ever been? And Ella, I don't know why the laugh at the end, but you're not wrong. You're absolutely 100% factual.
It's pulled the most out of him. I'll say it. Well, not saying that it wasn't there or whatever, but this has amplified it the most. Sorry.
Yeah, no worry. To this point, CM Punk has systematically proven a lot of his haters wrong. Pictures of him at the Performance Center, working with young talent, getting praised by his peers, having what we believe is the hottest rivalry in wrestling. Again, a lot of the people that said he was a cancer and a troublemaker, I don't see any evidence of that. The people said that in 6 months he would be right back out the door. Not true. I mean, let's be real.
I like this still. If Austin Theory is going to turn tonight.
Could.
We've forgotten about it. That's been the one thing that they've made sure we haven't paid attention to tonight.
True. If that's the end of the night, like, okay.
And
great, the heel team broke up. Boo-hoo.
Right. And I'm supposed to be sad? No. Yeah. That's the weird thing of like, I'm supposed to cheer the heel team breaking up. What?
Right. Yeah, I mean, again, it's, I'm surprised they're breaking up. They seem to be doing all right as kind of the young heel tag
You're
team.
bringing up one of the few tag teams you have and one of the few tag teams that's established that you have.
Yeah, it's a little interesting that way. Bianca, Jade versus Alba and Dawn for the Women's Tag Championships official next week. Let's go.
Right. As this match is brought to you by eBay Motors, hashtag not sponsored.
Right. Ricky Starks and Punk didn't get to finish their feud. Maybe one day.
MJF and Punk didn't get to fucking even start the second chapter of their feud. They had the first one, not the second.
Maybe one day MJF shows up with the red bag.
Don't. I'm out here like fucking Hawkeye. Don't do that. Don't give me hope.
Yeah, I don't want them to bring back the way, John. I really don't. So I hope they don't do that.
The way needs to do what's good for all parties involved and stay the fuck away.
Yeah, no.
That faction was never good. That faction was never good.
Yeah, it's KO all over Theory out by the of course. We need our weekly prime shot. Hydration station.
It's the hydration station right in your facial. But at least it's not on the canvas.
Waller goes and puts the bottle back where it belongs.
Shout out Little Nate's the referee here. Someone's got a sign that says Prime tastes like shit.
That's amazing.
It's literally like right by the Prime station too. Cody getting worked over by Austin Theory here.
That's Cody being worked out right now. Waller, the illegal man.
Rest in peace, Prime bottle. Absolutely.
No, Waller saved it. Waller saved it.
I dead ass just drank that flavor of Prime. Well, let us know if you have a reaction within the next 30 to 40 seconds, MDB. The way was in the way. Yeah, motherfucker. There's people that are in the way that are going with the way.
In the way.
Yeah.
Cody sliding out.
Tagging a KO. KO, is it fucked though that a little bit we're kind of watching this match just waiting for the bloodline interference spot? I feel like does anyone really think that there's going to be a finisher here?
I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm unsure about. But I don't think it's bad that we're all kind of anticipating the story they're telling. Again, it's not an epic match. Like we're not. It's perfect. They put two heel.
It feels like we're rereading a chapter.
Why do you feel like we're rereading a chapter?
Because it's just going to be another fucking bloodline interference that we take out Cody and we take out a friend of Cody.
You don't know
that's going to still probably be half-assed.
You don't. Why would it be half-assed? Was last week half-assed? Was Heyman half-assed?
Heyman was not half-assed. Cody looked like a punani.
That wasn't a half-assed moment last week of the show. You think it was?
I don't. If it's the third time in a row, it starts to become redundant.
They have a new victim every time, like you said. What if it's KO this time? They got Randy, they got Paul. Man, they're just picking people apart. I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. But I don't think it's going to play out.
No, because I literally, as you said that, the gears were turning. All right, so this is how you chop everyone down, and so then that's where, like we talked about at the start of the show, if you somehow end up with Roman and Cody somehow on the same side here, there's no more friends. There's no Randy to come out. There's no KO to come out. There's only the tribal chief as we. Oh, okay. We got to commercial break. I thought we just went to darkness.
You're like darkness again. Fuck.
I need like a crash pad or something. I have a thing for like when the Bills lose, I can just throw. That's a foam thing, but I need like a fucking mallet to slam or something.
Right. No, folks, we go back into commercial break. The main event is rolling along. Do remember we are staying here for Rampage and our SmackDown post show. We will take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night and find out how you guys felt about SmackDown. But yeah, we are rolling along. Cody, KO, taking on A-Town Down. And yeah, I mean, it will be very interesting to see how this plays out. I do anticipate the bloodline. I don't anticipate it going exactly the way it went last week, unless it is taking KO out. But again, I think they've done a good job of every time we see them, it's something a little different.
Valid, but it's teetering to me a bit on the CM Punk shows up and screws Drew a little bit of. We've seen it now at this point a bit much, I feel.
Right. A bit much. Again, I feel like if that's all it takes, like when you're building this bloodline 2.0 and we get 2, and then like on the third one, you're like, again, like that seems a little hasty.
3 consecutive. Like there's no break, there's no difference, nothing feels different to an extent that they've done tonight versus last week to an extent.
But they haven't done it.
Exactly, but that's the thing, is they're just going to show up and they just take out Rainey just like they did Cody, or they take out Kevin tonight just like they did Rainey last week, and you'll still get to where Cody's all tied up. It should have been me.
I don't see it playing out like that. I really don't. Not tonight.
Fair enough.
Right. But no, that's kind of funny. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, we don't know how it's going to actually unfold. And I feel like, when they took out Paul, it had that personal feel to it. They take out Randy for business sake, and we'll see. I have no idea where this was going to go, but it's definitely a nice setup. I mean, I'm okay with the setup to get into it.
Fair enough.
You talked about more versions of the bloodline. How many versions of the Horsemen were there? 5 or so. 5 might be close. 4 or 5, yeah. I don't know.
Tully, you had Mongo.
Yeah, you had the whole, the Malenko.
You had the brief ones where Sting was a part of it.
Yeah.
There's 3 already.
Shit.
Fuck off with Jericho. Was Luger ever officially part, or am I just making
that up? He was there for a hiccup too. I think that was around.
Well, there's 4. I got 4 of the 4 horsemen.
Yeah. No, and I think if you peel back, you go further back, there's at least 1 more. So yeah, 4 or 5. Easy. Yeah. Looking forward to the Lucha Brothers and Private Party. I mean, it should be all right. We'll see.
Right.
Oh, KO with the kick. Waller
again smashes over the Prime bottle.
Prime bottle again. KO's like, fuck that bottle.
Yeah, just fuck Logan. But I do kind of like that subtle little callback of just still fuck Logan.
Right.
Arn, Tully, and Rick and Barry Windham.
Tonight's results: Andrade defeated Carmelo Hayes. Mission defeated Tiffany Stratton. They're giving us like
that's really interesting.
That's a first, and I love it.
Definitely a first. Now, if they start doing it as a ticker, we might have to send cease and desists or anything like that. But yeah,
I kind of like that sports vibe to it. Of like,
I actually wouldn't mind if, honestly, I know I was just making the joke, but if they did it like a ticker, I wouldn't mind it.
Right, but like, Guerrero's 3 for 4 tonight. Fucking LeBron's got a triple double.
Right.
Like, I like that shit. That again, more of that sports. ESPN, shout out. Sid Vicious.
When was he part of the 4 Horsemen?
I
call shenanigans on that one.
The wonky early 90s.
Nah, well, there's probably one that like someone's like it's some super obscure one of like he was there for a fucking day.
Right. Absolutely, AJ. Gale throwing, headbutt. Waller hanging on.
Oh. What was
the elbow?
Jarrett, I don't think was ever a 4 Horseman, but Was Malenko? I think Malenko and Mongo were in the same one.
Yes, eventually.
Well, I don't. Were they separate? Malenko is a guy who looks like he'd be a fucking Four Horsemen. We got a Tag and a Cody in theory going at it here.
Big pop for Cody. Yeah, I think Malenko and his friend took a moment to kind of break in.
Oh, he name redacted. I get you.
Big power slam.
That's probably the one that I was forgetting almost purposely that I didn't even mean to. But yeah, he who should not be named.
Ooh. Listen to the crowd, man.
Bionic elbow from Cody.
The crowd is alive for this guy.
Hogan was talking crazy. Yes, he was.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We
I already explained that.
However, holy fuck, what a weird. I'm getting old. What is
2024 in America?
Jesus Christ. There's Kane and Linda and fucking Hogan. And like, what is happening?
My guy, I know I've said before I want wrestling involved in everything. I didn't mean this much. You
got Jesse running around. Shit is going crazy.
Honestly, I'd take Jesse over, I think, everybody else you named.
Holy shit. But anyway, we kind of leave that.
Right. Oh.
I'm too Canadian to get into your bullshit. We got our own bullshit.
And that's what it is bullshit.
3-1. I want to see Waller.
Oh, Cutter. On a theory. Well, and so it's on a theory as Waller kind of dodges out the way. Oh, stunner! Yeah, as Theory's left to take the crossroads, Zizo fumbly. Here we go. The last 7 minutes left of the show, so we've got 3 seconds for a pin in 6 minutes and half for the fucking aftermath here.
It's a mess, dude. It's a mess, my guy. Help me. That's why I ran away to the woods.
Can we just admit the world's on fire and no one knows where the fucking fire extinguisher is?
Just enjoy the party. You might as well hang out with us and have a good time.
We didn't start the fire.
Uh-oh.
But the bloodline show, and so it's soulless to go.
They're missing Jacob. Watch your back.
No one ever looks intimidating with velour, though. As we randomly cut to fucking darkness there. But yeah, no.
I got no darkness.
This is 90s fucking mafia shit. It looks like Solo out here playing,
Obey!
Local mob boss and 2 Olive Garden workers. I want my Cheddar Bay
holy
biscuit.
Shit! KO ripping out the eyeball of Tonga. Solo eating the table. No Jacob, so they're in trouble.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is Jacob's going to show up and just fuck everybody up.
But I feel like there's a twist tonight.
There's a twist.
Hold on tight. There's no way.
They're setting up for
0 chance.
There's Jacob,
the difference maker.
They very much within 2 weeks. Very much made.
There we go. Sorry. Super kick. This is what I want.
That's fine. That's what I was saying. They very much made that Jacob Batu is the difference maker. He's the enforcer. He's the star in this. He shows up and just fucks shit up. It's 3-on-2 and the odds are somehow even until Jacob shows up and he just destroys everybody.
He's the Umaga. He's the bulldozer. He is the different.
You're right. They did the same thing that they did last week, just from a different perspective. Of now they've got him held up here like he's fucking goddamn. What's his name there? From Joe Pesci from the fucking Goodfellas when they're beating his fucking buddy with a fucking baseball bat and everything.
Yes.
Just pelvic thrust.
Yes.
Right, but you're the fucking fight back, bitch.
They are fighting. You just said Jacob's a different.
I know. What I'm saying with Cody, I feel like this Cody he looks like a bitch the whole time. Of like it's constantly. This is 2 weeks in a row of you just getting hummed up.
2 weeks,
and you just gotta watch your fucking friends get destroyed in front of you.
Jacob and KO, let's fucking go. They are taking out everybody. Thank you. Anthony gets me.
I gotta try and find an angle when I gotta find an angle, but this is fucking good.
But I just no.
Shield powerbomb.
They poked
Solo's in the Roman spot. I still think that there's part of that involved of who was in the Roman, because Roman was always the caboose of the powerbomb spot here. But yes, I know.
No, but it's when they do it to Heyman or when they do it to a Randy or somebody, it's Jacob. When it's the champion, it's Solo.
Yes, which touche.
Oh,
and they Pillmanize KO with the chair right on the neck. Oh, like I know I was working an angle, playing the counterpart here, but this is fucking good. The guard goes down. This is fucking good.
Yeah, and for me, like it's been 2 weeks. It hasn't been like 5 weeks of the same shit. They are systematically taking out Cody's friends. That way, there's only one person that can come to the aid at SummerSlam.
Like I said,
and it's going to be that moment. We're enemies. We hate each other. You are my biggest rival in a long time, if not ever. But I got to deal with Solo, so I'm on your side for a minute.
This is good though. And how did Tongaloa manage to have an eye issue? Like, my guy, you were on screen for all of 10 seconds, and he was covering it up of you're on screen for 10 seconds, you bot still, motherfucker.
Right? He did good tonight though. Botch free.
Clearly not. He's covering his eye.
Kevin Owens ripped his eyeball out.
Oh yeah, fuck. I forgot. Well, I was wondering where it happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown has gone off the air. And again, I think what they do a good job with in that moment is I spent that whole time going, okay, who's going to save them? Who's going to save them? Where's Jimmy? Where's, Jay? Where's somebody? And as that, if you're telling that story, they're just, here you go. Nope, the bad guys win again. You have to make the bad guys formidable. And how much more formidable can they be?
Like I said, I know I was presenting, the counter argument and everything with that, but 100% at the end of the day, that shit was good. Of that's still we had even talked about it. Nick ain't never been poked in the eye. Yeah, no, Captain Insano shows no mercy. But that 100% works of you've taken all the friends, you've taken all the allies out, you've taken the chessboard piece by piece here. So now there is nobody left. And I actually didn't notice that. And I actually want to give you credit because I hadn't even noticed that. Of every time it's a Randy, it's a Heyman or whatever, to where that's Jacob, which might be a thing and might be more down the road. But when it's specifically Cody, that's when it's Solo there because that's the next match that is set up. So I think that there is something to be said to who's in that position on the Shield Powerbomb.
Yeah, and I just feel like they're setting up this going into SummerSlam. Cody's going to come down that ramp by himself. Nobody's going to have his back. So when you see the bloodline, like a Jacob, jump over the railing to help Solo, or at least on the surface, there is nobody in KO's not coming. Randy's not coming. Nobody's going to be there to help him. Somebody might though.
Does that ending segment forgive what we kind of said not so great opening segment?
Well, I mean, again, the opening segment, kind of like the main event, was simply used to do this, right? You needed a reason for KO and Cody to get in the ring together, and you don't want to waste the you could have thrown the Tongans in there tonight, but you don't want to burn that. You want to save them. You want people chomping at them to get in the ring. So you throw a couple pawns in there like Waller and Grayson. They do their job, and the Bloodline do theirs. So I see what they did. And again, all of it was a little like none of it was one of those crazy nights where we're
speaking of crazy nights, is we're punching mics and we're not named Jake Paul.
It was serviceable.
I would have still at least liked if you had KO and Cody versus Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa and everything. You do need to have them in some fucking matches. Like you can't. I get the holding back, but you at least need a one or two. Like you're in there with the two top guys on the show. That's not a bad look. It's not like you're out there with the new APA, which I still think we could talk about, of Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. But as we're getting right now on Rampage, we're getting Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, ECE, and they are taking on the Undisputed Kingdom, which at this point, is it really undisputed anymore? Like, is there any relevance to any of this shit with this fucking story on that side anymore?
No. Like a big, profound, in-depth answer. No, there might not.
No. Like Roddy and the Kingdom work better just as their own independent faction.
Yes.
Than they're still being tied to anything with MJF to be tied with anything involved with that, which does Roddy slide to Ring of Honor because Roddy's about to take on Briscoe for the Ring of Honor title, which again, Death Before Dishonor, I think it died a death before it could be dishonored of being on a show here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and I don't think Mark Briscoe should be involved with Ring of Honor. I don't think Roddy should be involved. I think those are the guys that, like, instead of giving us Jericho, give us these guys. Let them just fucking bang. It's like tonight. You got Andrade, you got Carmelo. It was probably the match of the night. It was probably the only match that really cooked at all tonight. Yeah, I mean, you put them in there and you let them work and you bring in compelling people and stop wasting our time with talent that are fucking garbage.
Right.
6 out of 10. I'm kind of there. I'm kind of 6.5-ish.
Ring of Honor.
Poor.
Yes, folks, let us know your final rating for Friday Night SmackDown. So you're about a 6.
You felt kind of average. The ending was good. 6.5.
I changed my whole perspective on an angle and everything to agree with you on the back end. And you're going to give this shit a 6?
The ending was the best part of the show. Like the Carmelo match. I think the Chelsea match is what it is. I don't hate it, but it wasn't overly exciting. The Tiffy match was okay. Again, it was just very average tonight for me. The ending was great. If it wasn't for the ending,
it was 6.5, maybe a 7.
Kind of bordering on a 7. I mean, 7, the low end of being solid. Fair enough. I could see that.
I'll agree with you at 6.5. We'll settle on 6.5. I'll meet you midway. I'll compromise.
There you go.
Well, and so what is I asked this, I think, while you were on a pause as again, we've got Ishii and OC taking on Taven right now in the ring. But what was your show of the week? Not a match, not a moment, not a gimmick. Top to bottom, your show of the week.
Gonna go back to
as I go to 270p right now. Thank you, TNT app.
I think Raw edged it out this week so far. I think Raw might have edged it out, even though I didn't love Raw. And Dynamite, man, if they could have had one more interesting thing in that second hour, it might have actually been the first time in a long time Dynamite was the show of the week. But
is that only because the first match was damn near an hour, so it took up half the show?
Yes. It's it was concealer, it was cover up, it was we're
Maybe
hiding
it's
our blemishes.
Maybelline.
Yeah, exactly. We're hiding our blemishes. That's all they were doing. But again, they booked it, they put it in, and the two guys. It could have been a fucking dog, a dog shit hour of wrestling. Instead, it was a really good hour of wrestling. I know the certain people, the certain podcasters are gonna nitpick certain parts of it, but overall, that match deserved it. It's just unfortunate. To me, as an AEW fan, I'd be disappointed that the second hour sucks so bad because you almost had it. You had half the show filled up with two guys. Tony, all you had to do was 2, maybe 3 matches, a little bit of story, and get out clean. And you stepped on your own toes, to put it politely.
Yeah, you pissed on your own toes. Or you pissed on your own balls. Probably more accurate. Let's be honest. As we just had everybody in the match. Well, you had OC, O'Reilly, and Ishii just all trading spots on Mike Bennett here. I think No, go ahead.
No, finish your thought completely. I didn't know you were going to go. So go.
I was just going to say, for the 3 hours that it was, I think Monday Night Raw was probably the better overall show. It was not without its faults, but then again, half of Dynamite was literally because of that one match. If that match wasn't an hour long, a whole different perspective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. No, I 100%. I think, again, I haven't been this hasn't been a barn burner of a week for the weekly shows. Raw, I think, was good. Dynamite, again, we talked about it. NXT wasn't bad. I think I gave that a pretty good mark. And tonight was just average, semi-solid, not bad.
WWE has, if we're going to look at it this way, has opened the window for Dynamite to gain some ground or to gain some views here with the discourse about MJF and Ospreay. I feel a little bit of no WWE show has been an exact, home run out the park here. Mm-hmm. So the ground's getting a little more even.
Technically, and we'll see how they follow it up next week. That's the one. Right. The other thing is, I know some people rejoiced for an uptick, but okay, can you do it twice in a row? Can you go on?
Which even then the uptick still questionable, but
right. And will Blood and Guts carry? Yeah, will Blood and Guts carry its weight, and will it bring interest? We'll see.
Will it gain eyes just because of the gimmick versus the actual?
It might. It might, but a lot of people have tuned out their gimmick shit. It's stuff that people used to go out of their way to, we got to see this. No, don't have the same feel anymore because of how it's been presented and how it's been booked. Right? We just had a stadium, it wasn't really a stadium stampede.
Anarchy in the arena.
We had the anarchy in the arena as well. They do the crazy shit. I mean, they do it in such a way and they waste it at times where, I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious. Kind of interested in Death before Dishonor and High. I believe you are, Damien. A kind of
intensity.
High intensity. He's so excited for High Intensity.
I know said it 3 times over. So he's talking about, I believe it's either House of Glory or Wrestling Revolve or High Intensity. Yeah.
House of Glory.
If you want to start it tonight, I'll make sure to set my alarm clock for fucking 3 a.m. to be up for that. All due disrespect, Safet. Yes, no, I appreciate you, but I would love me some New Japan. I won't be up to watch it live.
Mm-hmm. Does Cody win straight up at SummerSlam, and how do you think Roman returns? I think it might be a case of you're getting the run-ins, and it looks like Cody's about to take a spike, and maybe that's when the music hits, and it's just that distraction enough that Cody gets the upper hand and gets the win, and then Cody celebrates. Him and the big dog have to look eye to eye, but Roman's back for nephew causing trouble.
I think you do get a moment to where Cody walks past Roman on the ramp, holding the championship, and they have that kind of eye to eye of not even you get what I'm doing here, Like, but it's not a we're friends, but you know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
By the way, on a side note, I take Takeshita to win the G1 just because I want to see this man actually do well in wrestling, and apparently that's going to only take place in Japan, not in AEW.
A Rampage question for you, Nick, and I asked you earlier today or yesterday. When the fuck did these three become the conglomeration?
The conglomeration. The conglomerate. The congratulations.
Yeah. But literally,
we have a backpack stunner that sets up into that was just stupid as shit. We're just making shit. We're putting square pegs into round holes a little bit. Like, that's the thing, is it's so funny to me because there's so much stuff on AEW that just kind of actually works organically. But they choose to pit. What the fuck is this?
Oh, two count. Shit.
Wait, what? Where are you?
I can't stop Rampage.
That's fine. I might pause for the cause after this match, as it is anyways.
The ratings for Dynamite for the first were great, near 850, but the second hour with Jericho, Monet, and Co. dropped to 795.
Giant ass knee, and then overextended frog splash from Taven for a 2 count.
Yes,
I'm probably way behind you.
A little bit.
Let me.
But I'm not. I'm just checking in sporadically. But yeah, listen, that's the problem, Joe, and I think that's my complaint as a fan. And I know people want to jump on the whether or not the ratings matter, but as a fan, you're cooking at 850. You're hoping by the end of the night you're at 950. Like, you want people like telling, like Nick said earlier, calling your friends. You got to see what's coming up in the main event. People actually tune out.
I'm just calling them during the fucking match. If you got to tune in right now and fucking. Oh my God, sit there and watch this and everything like that. Like I said, I got the missus to sit there and watch this match, and she, trust me, there's a reason I do this. It's because she doesn't want to hear me talking about wrestling. So
and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I think that as a you're watching that match, and if you call a couple of your friends or you message a couple of people, and they tune in and they're like, they catch the end and they're like, oh fuck, that was pretty good. I haven't watched this in a hot minute. And then they follow that up with the, learning tree, and then everyone tunes right back out. It's fucking wasting our time.
I remember when wrestling was one of those of like with the OJ shit of where you're calling the pizza place and everything like that. If you're calling in and you're making you're getting food delivered, you're calling your buddies up. You're gonna make sure you're tuning in to this shit tonight and everything like that. It used to be appointment viewing. Now this is disappointment viewing.
Absolutely. Robert, we've talked about this before. Remember, I told you, go look up some of the facts. Go look up the overall roster sizes. Go look up the underutilized talent. Tony Khan is paying more people to sit at home and do nothing than unemployment is.
Well, I want to just try and decipher this comment of WWE need to stop signing so many stars. Well, no, he said stats, so I'm taking him as his word. There are way too many on the roster not being used, or start letting go some of the stats. So see, maybe he meant stats. He said it twice. Not being used, like AEW been letting go, but both new and WWE stop signing.
And who did AEW let go? How many did AEW let go? 7 guys? 8? It wasn't many. And it was all
history of a company.
Yeah.
WWE will do that, quarterly. And that's not saying, either one's a good thing. But we're starting to get to where it's comparing apples to oranges with this shit.
Yeah, it's a different game. And again, I know Robert's a very pro AEW character, but let's just deal with the facts. And the facts is Tony Khan, when he was signing up everybody with a pulse, including people that didn't have legs, nobody said, it's too many. It was too many. And we've talked about it for months and months. All the people that are not being utilized because you are giving TV time to the Bucks, and you are giving TV time to Jericho, and you are wasting TV time. Your women's division is absent. And that's where, you have the chance to let people go. And we're going to see people leave. Ethan Page did it. You're going to see Malachi leave. You're going to see others leave. The Wardlow on his way out. Starks on his way out.
I want to look at if you broke down what Miro made theoretically based on how long his contract is per match, even, it's got to be astronomical.
It's got to be
because
stupid.
This man's had a handful of matches and has been with this company for years. He's spent almost a whole year sitting at home because his wife divorced him, and his wife also worked for the company. That's a joke I was going to make earlier, to where Andrade should have called his finisher the hot and flexible. Shout out CJ Perry.
Flexible. There you go. We're comparing apples to grapes. AEW has 15 matches on a pay-per-view. You speak like that's a good thing. Do AEW using most of the roster? They are not using most of the roster, Robert.
That's because they don't book them weekly. They don't book the rest of the roster weekly, so they have to do it in one night because that's the one shot that they get. They book a whole week's worth of television in one fucking night, and I don't want to be here for it anymore.
Right, and that's what I said, Richard. Just go look it up. I'm not knocking the fact that you love AEW, but your facts are not accurate. And yeah, 5 matches on a pay-per-view, but I'd take that over the 15 matches and 6 of them not meaning anything. So yeah, just again, there's a ton of talent that we don't even remember being paid by Tony Khan right now.
Yeah, I respect the game, but you got to come with the game. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
all that talent that was on Dark, all that talent that was on Ring of Honor, all that talent that's just not anywhere anymore. Like, be real. Bless you.
All that talent that they bring on Rampage and then proceed to not sign.
Yeah, that's true. Pardon me. TK needs to sell. He won't. Come on now. He's gonna buy. He's gonna try and buy.
No, you heard that whole argument going around of to where the previous owner's like, "What have you done to my baby?" Mm-hmm. And yeah, Ring of Honor.
This match will
no one gives a fuck about anymore. Respect. Like, if you pay attention to Ring of Honor, you either have more time on your hands than you know what to do with, or you remember Ring of Honor beforehand.
I'm a Honor Club member, and I just watch when I'm bored. I watch the old library.
So that's the best benefit of Ring of Honor is the library. It's the WCW of wrestling. The actual name at this point has been so sullied, so run through the dirt. It does not hold the same water. The video library is the asset.
Everyone's down. Everyone's kicking everyone. This match will not end.
This is the match that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends.
Some people, you suck. I used to watch AEW Dark more than Dynamite and AEW started. Interesting.
Is that just because you didn't have cable, so you just watched it on YouTube? You can just admit it. Like, you can just be honest.
Miro does not want to wrestle. You just made my point. Yes, they're using most of their roster, and some of their roster is not on contract, and some per date, like TNA. No, but there is a long list of people that are under contract that TK has signed that he's not using, that he's barely using, especially in the women's division. So, again, it's all good, Richard, but it's not factually accurate.
Robert, I'm going to just end it on this before I say how, it feels like some of your words were on a per date appearance with that sentence and everything, but wrestling is good. 100% wrestling is good. And you know what's only still slightly just a little bit better than wrestling? So 100% you make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe, because we're out here even when the wrestling may suck, or even if Robert wants to agree with us or disagree with us on what's good in wrestling, we're always here. And we've got Rampage as I assume Orange Cassidy freshly just picked up the win.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy, of course, gets the pin, but we got company.
Aye.
AEW has hurt so many. Actually, literally hurt so many.
Oh, we've got Callus the Phallus.
Wait. Oh,
what am I waiting?
Yeah, here we go.
I'm trying to at least get close.
Weird. What?
What is that fucking Kip? Who is this?
It's Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher. Why is he looking like Dobby has given Dobby a sock? Like, what is this shit? When did he look like?
He looks like Dom.
He's fucking Sid Vicious out here.
Right?
Like, and I don't mean Master of the Universe. I mean like Skid Row Sid Vicious.
Then Roddy takes out Mark and holds up the title. So there you go. And no, I'm not like Roddy, great wrestler. Taven, outstanding wrestler. Bennett, really solid wrestler.
Yeah.
All of them not used, barely used. And now Roddy's going to fight for the Ring of Honor title. They were supposed to be the biggest heel faction in the company.
You know where this would make sense? In Ring of Honor, where you have the Ring of Honor tag title holders and you have the guy challenging for the Ring of Honor world title in fucking Ring of Honor. Who would have thought that if you had this in goddamn Ring of Honor, it might have made sense instead of now you got to involve AEW guys that are stuck in a fucking faction. That means fuck and all somehow at the same time. Now they've got to go down to Ring of Honor. If you would have just had them in Ring of Honor and actually put any sort of emphasis, any sort of focus besides just the Island of Misfit Toys on Ring of Honor, that would have made perfect sense. If you have guys that have your Ring of Honor tag titles that have never showed up in Ring of Honor.
I mean, would that not be a good way to get people to subscribe to Honor Club? Is have those guys on it? Maybe. Speaking of wanting to tune in, I got Soraya and your favorite.
I've seen you played Knife Spoony before. When did this woman become a pro wrestler?
Harley Cameron?
Yes.
A few years ago. She should be in a team with Izzy Dane.
Sure.
And just when you thought it wasn't going to get any worse, here comes Chris Jericho. Yeah, I'm with you, MVP.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Dad, why did that sound so awkward?
It is.
Am I? No, but am I the only one that, like, it was like, I am the learning tree. Like, it just sounded really fucking fucked up.
It is. It's terrible. It's him. And like, so now to prove his point, so this is what he says to Tony. Listen, I'm getting so much heat, Tony. You should put me on Rampage and Collision and on Comment. Dude, just keep putting me out there. And the more they hate it, the more, I'm getting all this heat. And again, Tony's like, okay, Chris, keep looking. But yeah, no, it's crazy.
I've never been a bigger fan of the Outrunners right
Let's
now.
go.
I have ever before. Somewhat friends of the channel, the Outrunners.
Yeah.
They need to take this concave chest motherfucker to his goddamn limit.
Right. Scott D could probably run a promotion on his own. He is a smart man, a smart wrestling person, but it's interesting. He's just kind of fallen quietly away.
Well, he has his own little side one in Canada, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Or he has at least like a minor one. But that's the thing, is to do a major promotion, you need that Monet, that, that's why Billy Corgan's doing it. He's just burning cash.
Was Jericho just on the phone in the corner? Like, was he texting or tweeting?
Yes.
Oh, good. Outrunners are great. Makes me, anyone else think of the Outrunner game from Nintendo when you see these two?
This has made me cheer for the Outrunners and Daddy Magic on commentary, just despite Chris Jericho with this.
Say that again?
This has made me cheer for the Outrunners and Daddy Magic on commentary, just despite Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I don't get it. Please burn down the tree. Man has a skullet.
This makes me feel bad even for like W. Morrissey, because like could have been so much more, could be so much more, could be a guy that could be a world title contender, and instead sandbagged by. Is this man just destined to forever be sandbagged? He got sandbagged by Enzo, and now he's getting sandbagged by Jericho.
Yeah, and he seems like he's kind of come into his own. He had Jericho's on the phone again. This is Jericho.
Someone check right now. Is Jericho actually tweeting during this match? Well, I know it's fucking taped.
Yeah, right. So,
which is even fucking stupider than now that I feel stupid and he should feel stupid. So we should both feel shame. Yes.
Yeah. He hasn't even taken the belt off. This is all about, I mean, again, I think out of everybody that's worked with Jericho, Big Bill might be the best looking one as of in recent memory, where at least Big Bill's coming out and actually stomping the shit out of people.
Does he have a fucking billboard on his posterior here? Because he's got like just text that looks like Times New Roman on the backside of his trunks, and it looks like it's like a .net or something. Yeah, no. W. Morrissey, remember when he was in like TNA and everything, when he first showed up and he's out there in jeans and he looked like a fucking badass. And this guy's 7 feet tall and you can't teach that and everything. And just looked like a stud. Actually had a little bit of a personality. May have been just at least an upper mid-carder at best and everything. Mm-hmm. And now he's, part of the learning tree, and we've got Brian Keith. That's the bad apple of the learning tree.
Oh man, there's so much. Again, I go on my weekly Jericho rant. He upsets me at no level. This isn't good heat. This is, again, to me, this is making a mockery of wrestling. Like if somebody was to walk in the room and go, "Oh, what are you watching?" I'm like, "Go check this out." And they're like, "This is so stupid."
This is what you watch. This is what you're excited to watch.
Yeah. About. Like when you sit next to wifey and you're like, "Hey, check out this match," and it's Ospreay MJF. She's like, "Oh, this is kind of cool. I'm kind of into this." Or but when you go, "Hey, check out what's happening." Oh, is that Jericho? What the fuck's he doing?
Oh, as Jericho just showed up, was on his phone the whole time, doesn't take the belt off, just shows up, just puts a foot on the chest. That's the 1, 2, 3.
It's Vince Russo writing, dude. He is stuck in that late 90s.
I saw this, and I don't know if this is true or not, but this is going to make me become a fan of Lyra more than anything I ever would. Vince Russo said he will retire from everything. If Lyra Valkyria gets over, I want to become the biggest Lyra fan.
Let's go Lyra.
Right, but yeah, no, this is a chicken that's been fucking plucked, my guy. This is that, like, I'll keep it a buck. When we watched Dynamite last week and everything like that, we skip past the Sasha match, skip right past that, like skip past this whole segment. Mm-hmm. This is now, you don't watch Dynamite live, you watch it on a record, so you can skip past bullshit, because that was just awful.
Yeah, shit. How do you guys think Roman returns music and theme wise? I wonder if Tribal Chief music was a tweak of his big dog stuff. I don't think they run babyface the same way you did heel. I don't know if we've kind of had a back and forth a little bit about this. Here comes Suzuki, by the way, setting him up this fucking barn burner of a fucking match. What's the opposite of a banger, Nick?
A clapper?
Yeah.
Clap on. Clap off.
I'm sure fucking Jericho familiar with the clapper.
Yeah. I like Suzuki, so just I'm fine with that. You're gonna be hard pressed to get me to say something negative about Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah, but you can't tell me,
because I fear for my life against this man.
You can't
tell me. Up in my nightmares like Freddy Krueger and just chop me in the chest.
It is my drunken American uncle gonna beat up my drunken Asian uncle. That's what this is gonna boil down to.
But I got an Asian wife, so I'm fine. I'm picking the Asian.
But at the end of the day, I love Suzuki and what he stands for. He's got a like.
He needs to. Minoru Suzuki as your FTW championship feels very Taz a lot. We get back to where this.
But it's so bad. It's going to be slow and shitty and boring. It's not.
I want Suzuki to win, just because then we could get a Hook versus Suzuki.
It won't happen.
I will speak it into existence, goddammit. I will fight back against the Jericho nuts.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. And again, it's just, man, if it was Suzuki versus, I don't know, pick a guy, I'd probably be okay with it. Suzuki versus Jericho is going to be atrocious.
Did I freeze or did you freeze?
I feel like I'm still going.
I feel like you are lost in the nether region of Transformers and Autobots. So anyone out there, let me know who's functioning here, if it's me or KJ, because we can't always decide because we don't know which side is the one that's fucking up. But
dun 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 dun.
Okay, I think you're back now.
I don't know if I left. I didn't see any. I don't know.
On my end, you went full Optimus Prime. So y'all both are working fine on my end. Okay, so
yeah,
apparently it's just in my own head.
It's you. I'm watching the screen back. It's in your head.
Thanks.
In your head.
That's exactly what I need to know. Zombie.
There you go. There you go.
Who's your favorite Transformer? Oh fuck. Megatron.
Going Megatron. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, well, it's that or Starscream. It's always Decepticon.
Right.
Optimus Prime, he always has the most distinguishable voice. Bumblebee's a bitch. Yeah.
Bumblebee's a bitch.
Are you an Optimus Prime? Are you an Autobot and I'm a Decepticon? Is that what it is?
Maybe.
Well,
what's the what's it called? My memory is horrible when I'm here.
Are you talking about like the animal like Transformers and shit that they did? Which actually that's one of that's the CGI cartoon that I grew up with, where you had the Primal, Optimus Primal and shit like that.
I liked Cliff Jumper, so an Autobot. But
that's a fucking random obscure ass bull.
I'm trying to. Who is the one with the fucking like War Dog or War Tank or War or something?
Ask me. Are you thinking of like
Ironhide?
Oh, I was like, are you thinking of like Iron Man and you're thinking of War Machine and shit like that? Like they're not Transformers, my guy.
As a kid, my favorite was Soundwave. Because remember, you came up with the fucking bird that
the cassette.
Yeah, you had the cassette. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cliff Jumper got
Ward Low.
Ward Low. Yeah, I was way off.
Ironhide or Hound.
Ironhide, Hound's another. Yeah.
We need to do so for those. I'll segue this into a pitch here because we've got the memberships, we've got the super chats and everything as well. We've talked about this when you were off on your little vacay, staycay, and everything of the whole, Legends of the Hidden Temple and Guts and 90s like game shows from Nickelodeon and everything got brought up. I think we need to save all of this whole conversation for like a members only. We just go like down nostalgia alley here because
that's the fun part about the members chats. It's the last time we talked about sports for the bulk of it. I love the idea of getting into all that other fun shit. I mean, Rampage kind of causes it every Friday.
We've got Murder Grandpa versus the Butcher right now here. So
and the Butcher shows up to do a job.
Yeah, but is it interesting that the Butcher's like the only one left out of Butcher and the Blade, and they still have that whole Titantron? Like, it is the Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Christ, I forget the actual name that they use in TNA. I haven't seen him wrestling forever, and Bunny's clearly been gone, and I think gone from pro wrestling. So. Yeah.
The Bunny left. And they haven't used Blade at all. I don't even know if he still stands with them. But I think he is still under contract. But we don't know. Butcher only shows up once in a while on a Rampage, does a job, goes away, or they throw him in a battle royal. So, yeah, I mean, I thought Butcher and the Blade could have been really something, but nope.
Right. Well, John, I'm an 80s kid. I'm all for that channel. As we've got everybody. I'm a 90s kid. Team Blue Barracudas. So then that's when you need to become a member and everything. That'll be our next member stream and everything. And that's where you stay alert for that here because, yeah, 100% correct. My name's Nick. I was constantly my mother's nickname for me was Nick. Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, exactly. 100. If you think that I, as a 90s, like late 80s, early 90s kid, was not called Nickelodeon with the name Nick, like, what are we doing out here?
Right. No, I was. Well, I have to pull back the curtain a little too far. So,
yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
There's some cartoons that definitely tie in, but KJ and Big Nick, do you Rampage worse than SmackDown? Because Chris matches sucks and TNA is so cooking rate. I'm excited for the pay-per-view tomorrow. Denisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Rampage is not great. No, Jericho didn't help it. And Slammiversary is going to be outstanding tomorrow. We will be live for Slammiversary. It's going to be a fun night. We're going to get into all of it. Bring your snacks. Anthony's going to have the previews and predictions going up tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon as well.
Mm-hmm.
So do not miss out, folks. We got tons of content coming your way.
And 100%, we still got tricks up our sleeves, my guy.
Well, next weekend, our debut watch along of Progress Wrestling. So hold on tight. On the same day, we're doing a blood sport.
Yeah, well, and as we've out here, watching Rampage, we might be having some people who have been on Rampage yet, showing up on the streams and everything like that as well.
Yeah, get your nicks after 6. Pause.
I feel like I'm a little bit more like avoid the Noid. I feel like I'm more the
Noid. Who rallies with Roman beside Jimmy J? I think it could be Sammy. I think Sammy will get a huge pop.
Lance,
Hikuleo, Talatonga.
No, we had a Talatonga. We get all the Tongas, and then it becomes Tongans versus Anawahi, and Solo's got to switch sides.
That's a Jacob causes a rift, and then it's all the Tongans.
We get all the Tongans versus
it becomes Polynesian.
All the Anawahis. We get battle of the names as Minoru Suzuki picks up the win here. Again, we've got Briscoe, Ishii, OC, Kyle O'Reilly, and this feels like a fucking universe mode faction here.
They're not even the conglomerate, they're the conglomeration. And I don't know who picked the name. I don't know. Like you said, like to me, this is wrestling Yahtzee. Like
random name generator. That's where they picked it from. Like I said, this is somebody played 2K24, and this is the shit that they fucking pulled out.
Yeah. Like, what is the connective tissue between these 4 characters? And again,
they're
why
hard as balls.
They're hard. Fair enough. There you go.
I don't know. I'm doing a better job out here sales pitching for this shit than they are.
Right. And I love, like, you just see, like, Mark get laid out by Roddy. Roddy holds up the title. Then we go to a pre-tape and they're like fresh as daisies. You're like, come on, guys. Try a little.
But that's the thing, is that it's like watching someone who's trying to make like an actual like decent dish, and they constantly put the wrong ingredients and the wrong spots and everything. Like, no, you don't deep fry the fucking uncooked egg and everything while you sizzle the fucking slice of pizza shit. Like, what the fuck are we doing out here? You have the pieces, just put this shit together.
Hey, Boston, you leave the programming to us, but Anthony will be here tomorrow night. So there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Fucker. Nick, do you watch Quiet on the Set? Quit on the Set.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. And I didn't need to watch that to know about, well, it's about how
No, I know what the show is.
Okay, so
I just like
moving on. If I didn't need to watch that to know the story, as
Thundercat,
Statlander coming out and she has to give Hathaway the boost onto the step. But I even like her fucking take on me fucking Titantron here.
Briscoe faction, the conglomeration. Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, Ishii, and Orange Cassidy.
They remind me more of like that. What was it? The one game with congratulations. Like that's more of their fucking name than conglomeration or the fucking conglomerate, what have you.
Oh, Damien. We love you, buddy. Can't wait for all the wrestling. Shit. So much overload.
Damien, let's get through this week of wrestling before we get excited about next week's of wrestling.
Mark Briscoe's good, Boston. Come on now. Mark Briscoe's an absolute star. He's got energy. He's funny. It's just the overall vibe, and then he can go in the ring. It's beautiful.
The biggest advantage, though, too, that Briscoe has is he's unique. There's no one else that can do what Mark Briscoe does. Absolutely nobody. The only person that could do it, sadly, isn't here anymore, and that's Jay.
Right. Anthony's my light storm. What is up with this guy? I need new wrenches. I will go old school and throw Shogun Warriors. The real Ghostbusters was amazing too. Man, I had like the fucking Ghostbuster Firehouse when I was a kid. It was like one of my favorite things. Pile G.I. Joe.
Tombstone from Stat for the 1, 2, 3 is clearly a squash match.
Maybe something I'm missing. Yeah, fair enough. You don't see him a lot. And again, we're gonna get him for Blood and Guts. So, but we don't see him a whole lot. Stat does push-ups.
That's more the problem, though, is that you haven't seen him a ton, and when you do see him, he's kind of thrown into the abyss here a little bit.
Right. I gave a slight edge to Dynamite over SmackDown. I did. So it's been a while. We got I'm getting hologram.
Wow.
Tomorrow night. What is that? Oh. So tomorrow night we get hologram.
Oh, I can't. He's some, I believe, Japanese wrestler that they've already agreed that literally his fucking name is going to be hologram and shit. Yeah.
Right. No, Shira, He-Man, both of them badass.
Fair.
Who the fuck is this guy? Yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy? You'll do fucking nothing.
Right. It's Axiom's. It's Axiom's brother.
It's his fucking deviant.
Right. Anyone? Yeah. I mean, I don't know why he would say it out loud, but maybe it was. I have no idea what the context of that was.
Because when you can't get over in the ring and you can't get over on the mic, you've got to get over on Twitter. And I think that's the only thing that Max Caster can try and do is literally just let me hot shot at people.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just laughing at Boston. He's mental.
Oh.
Could we get Chris versus Willow at Wembley? Yes or no? Why?
Why?
I mean, yeah. No, probably. We probably will, but they're not even really feuding anymore.
That's the thing is if we do that, then you're running it back versus progressing it forward.
Yeah. Again, Statlander's kind of lost in the semi-Ring of Honor abyss. Willow not doing much either.
They missed that with having the tag match on Forbidden Door and then turning around and running it back on Dynamite the same week.
Yeah. Again, they Tony gets so monofocused. So it's like Mercedes is coming in. So everything I've done or anything that was happening doesn't matter because we got to take the belt from here and put it here. And you just forget about all the stuff you were already working on.
Right.
Right.
Willow is the CMLL champion now. Yes. Wrestling for Life Network should bring back Cartoon Fridays.
Fucking go. Right.
Darkwing Duck.
That's funny. Oddly enough, one of
When you're in trouble, call DW. Darkwing Duck.
I got DW a lot.
Chip and Dale. Rescue Rangers. Chip and... I'm going to go down that whole fucking rabbit hole now. Thanks for that for the evening.
Right. I love that fucking show.
Oh, no. I'm just going to go run through literally old, like 90s, early 2000s cartoon theme songs and shit like that.
Why not? No, we absolutely love Anthony. Anthony's been a heaven sent, and we absolutely love being a three-headed monster. We've gone through a lot of people. We've had people come in and out, and a lot of people make a lot of promises, and we've seen them. If you've been here for a hot minute, you've seen people come and go. Sort of lock into good people like Nick, like Anthony. It's been nothing but an absolute fucking pleasure. I mean, again, I love watching everybody that's been had an opportunity here to come in and thrive and do well, and we've given them the platform, and it's nice to see. And things wouldn't be the same without them. Glad we have them. It makes all the streams, and we're trying to get them on more scheduling and everything else like that. But no, he's been outstanding. So nothing but love for Anthony. He's probably sleeping. He's not watching Rampage.
You heard of the Dream Team? Well, we're the Mean Team. If I hit him high, hit him high, hit him high, and you hit him low, hit him. As I've got.
Woohoo!
Okay. I've got the Lucha Bros coming out right now.
Life is like a hurt. We're gonna be here all night. You guys are brutal. I'm gonna be laying in bed tapping my foot, just fucking all night.
Race cars, lasers, luchas. It's a botch show. Might broke a mystery or rewrite history in cocktails. Woo!
I got the comic book when they killed off Robin. The Joker beat him with a crowbar and then blew him up. We're all over the fucking place. By the way, Death Triangle.
The killing. No, that's not the Killing Joke.
Penta and Ray are entering the ring. In most of the USA, MeTV started a new over the antenna channel. MeTV tunes, classics, cartoons. Yeah, we have just
we have gone off the rails.
Like nobody
on a Friday night. It's late and SmackDown wasn't great and Rampage ain't helping because we're going off the rails. Yeah, MDB, you got it.
Yeah.
You guys need entrance songs. Whoa. Shout out actually Scott Woodford of I showed you it and everything like that. And I even put it in the Discord to where there's the AI thing too. You can make like AR songs now, and Scott Woodford made
that was dope.
AI Wrestling for Life songs.
Batman the Animated Series, X-Men. They just brought
X-Men the Animated Series and X-Men '98. Yeah, shut up and take my money.
Let's go. Now we're just tunes. Fucking hell, Animaniacs. What else?
It's time for Animaniacs. Hello, nurse. They're tiny, they're toony, they're all a little loony, and it is cartoony. We're invading your TV.
Boomerang's a great.
The comment is censored.
Well, I can't wait for what we do tomorrow night.
Oh God.
What are we going to do tomorrow night?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
You missed your cue.
I didn't listen, my guy. That wasn't the spot. That wasn't the line.
I was trying to get you to walk into it.
You gotta fucking open the barn door.
Yeah, you played it. You got there though.
Right.
Best animated series in the 90s.
KJ and the actually, no, it would be the big nigga in the brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. Trust me, let's keep it honest. I'm the one saying narf.
Mommy's alive. Let's be serious. I think I got a bigger head.
She's stuck in 1985, but the doc's alive.
Right.
The mommy's alive.
Yeah, the 90s Spider-Man was good too.
Spider-Man. Oh, missed spot from Private Party here is, by the way, we do still have a match going on if anyone would like.
Oh, yeah. It's happening.
Right, as we've gone fully off the rims. Yeah.
It's actually got a good
Marshall. I got it with this one. Oh, here you go.
That one's a little young for me. I was already.
Kenan Kel?
Yeah, a little bit. I was past that.
Oh, that's my heyday.
Okay.
Even then,
yeah,
with even Amanda show.
Right.
Or
nobody said Rugrats.
Yeah, Rugrats is a staple. Kablam. Well, I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way. Right. Drake and Josh?
Beetleborgs.
I know Drake Bell's a fucker, but yeah, still.
No, that's too young. I think. Yeah.
We have fully gone off the fucking rails of wrestling.
Oh, shit. And you know what's funny? The match is actually kind of cooking to start.
We have the Lucha Bros versus Private Party, but wrestling has been so meh tonight that we've just moved on. Did you see they're doing a sequel?
Yes. They shouldn't, but they can't help themselves.
Right. But that's what is a actual new idea in movies that you are willing to like that you're interested to go and watch? Everything's just a rehash, a requel, a carry on, a sequel, a fucking cinematic universe, what have you.
Right. You're not wrong. I mean, it drives me nuts. And again, I feel like the turnaround time. So like, you never thought in our lifetime you get 3, 4, 5 renditions of the same shit. You used to have to wait forever for shit to get remade, and they purposely wouldn't remake shit. But the void of creativity is just it's gone. I mean, it's too many. What?
No, what's kind of interesting that is probably the one movie that I'm halfway looking forward to is an M. Night Shyamalan movie, which I know it's a twist, but the Trapped or whatever it is, to where the dad's bringing the daughter to a concert and everything like that, and it's all set up for a serial killer and everything like that. Have you not seen this trailer and everything like that? Where it says the dad, it very much teases that the dad's the serial killer that they've set up this whole trap for and everything. Is he's just trying to do a nice thing of take his daughter to a concert and everything, and it looks really interesting. But granted, it's always M. Night Shyamalan, you expect a twist, if not a shit twist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, but it's one of those of it's gone past almost where we were cool with like the 75. Avenger movies and everything like that, to where we got into Infinity War and Endgame and everything. I don't know how much more we're excited for, the 125th and the 175th.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, now we're going down a whole rabbit hole, but I think
my guy, we've already been fucking teasing this hole. So
Twister is awesome. I saw it. There you go. I mean, again, I think that, I'm a big fan of all the Marvel movies, but the multiverse is a mess at this point, and I know you like who's coming where and who, fuck it, it's all confusing. Can we start over? Can we have a restart? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Take a break. How many Spider-Mans do I need?
But here, I'll tie this back into wrestling because it's a perfect symbiotic example for AEW. Of it worked great as a linear storyline, and then once you added the multiverse theory and you expanded well beyond your means, now you've opened Pandora's box. And how do you snap that shit back? How do you fucking how do you what's the movie with fucking what I'm talking about, the fucking prostitute movie with fucking the snap the box? Yes.
Pandora's box?
No.
What are you saying? Did you just say prostate?
No, What is the goddamn movie? It's fucking anyways, moving on. I'll Google it and anyways, but I'm saying they've expanded themselves too far beyond their riches here. Fuck. Richard Gere was in the goddamn movie. Anyways, talk while I look this up.
Mm-hmm. I'm over Marvel movies, to be honest. I mean, again, right up until Endgame, I was right with them. After Endgame, like with all the
issue.
Trying to keep up with everything at that point, I was good. But Endgame,
Pretty Woman. That's what I was trying to think of.
They said it. We got it. We laughed.
I fucked it up.
But you're right. I get you. I had to come back and tell you good night, Boston. There you go. Did you say prostate? Yeah, no, Pretty Woman. What was your point? Know what this boils down with the multiverse? It becomes lazy booking of like, shit, we can just rerun it. We can just run it back.
That's what I'm saying. Right? That was the ultimate thing of it's one of those of you went too far with this. You've now opened Pandora's box and now you're trying to Pretty Woman this shit. That's the joke I was trying to go with. And you just snap it on that. You're trying to just close it back up here like you didn't open it. And it's gone just too far here.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this not still flying? Still, yeah. You got to watch WandaVision. I heard WandaVision was good. Doctor Strange 2 I've seen. They're great aftermath Endgame. Yeah. Again, I just feel like it's lazy booking of like, oh, we just came from a different time. Well, they're gonna bring Iron Man back and they'll be like, oh, well, fuck, we just.
Although I will keep it a buck, I am super excited for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, unreal. Like, and I mean, that's where when you say like and you kind of threw out like even sequels, but to me, one of the reasons why I think so many people love Deadpool is it was original. It wasn't like all the other shit we were getting. And I think, Wolverine and Deadpool right in time for my birthday is going to be fun.
Yeah, I want to shoot, baby. Shoot.
Let's go.
Shoot, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
Man funds his own fucking scene to convince the fucking,
there's only 3 people that could have leaked it, and I know who didn't.
I'll have to check out WandaVision. WandaVision was watchable. That's resounding. Holy shit, silly streak. Or no, oh, fucking hell. Canadian Destroyer, you'll get there.
I got a Hurricane Rana into a cutter, so I'm right now. You're WandaVisioning this for me. I'm just interpreting from the past.
Yeah, like Marvel kind of did what the NWO did. It just kept expanding too far, and then like there's too many.
Yeah, you got your silver and gold. Your silver packs, you got your fucking wolf packs. All that. You got your NWO Hollywood.
And now you're getting feature movies of like the 3rd and 4th tier heroes, and we're like,
walk away.
WandaVision is one of the best series I've seen considering the contact. Fair enough.
Well, you could do what would be, you would say, 3rd and 4th heroes and everything like that, which to me, it's what's really fucked up my vision of like watching even Marvel movies is recently me and the missus got into The Boys and everything, and like have gone up to date with The Boys. So that's like that just takes the piss out of everything Marvel.
Yeah, no, looking forward to it. And generally I let it kind of come out and get ahead of it so I can binge it. But no, I'm completely up to date on that. And again, something original, something a little different, a better vibe, not the same shit we always get. So
it's still very much from a comic book source.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I don't mind transitioning, forever. Taking comic books and bring them into the mainstream has been awesome. But this is another common occurrence with the Marvel movies and other series. I'm 6 behind. I give up. Fuck it. I'm never going to figure out where they are.
As the Lucha Bros pick up the win here, but I'll say this of the boys have done to an extent like what The Walking Dead did, and I I was the same way with The Walking Dead of like towards the end. Same thing even with the Sons of like the last season or two is when I kind of lost faith a little bit of you kind of went too far. But hologram debuts
Nick Lander
on Collision. But
Nick Lander.
Oh God. I'm not into milk like that, but
the Eternal
how the TV adaptation's almost been better than the comic book adaptation.
Yeah.
Or graphic novel adaptation, what have you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Rampage has gone off the air. We usually do not take a rating on Rampage, but if you guys
give us a rating on our ramble about Rampage or around Rampage here, because
I think
that was the difference. The most boys, the closest we got to talking about Rampage is we were talking about the boys as the Lucha Bros pick up a win. I think that's the closest we've gotten there.
AJ McCain is best friend Bear. Pause.
Big Dog, don't tell us about your fantasies in public. We've talked to you about this. It's embarrassing.
Moon Knight was solid. What was the one?
I never watched
the last one I watched. I haven't seen Moon Knight. Again, that's like we're like, fuck, I don't know. Y'all pushing stuff out way too fast.
Well, it's one of those, but that's the thing is it becomes one of those of so much of like, well, if you miss like, this second line and this third verse type shit, then you don't get the reference here. Like when it gets too niche upon niche, then it's a problem. Like we all knew where every reference for the most part, we knew enough references to get along to go along with Infinity War, Endgame, all of that. And then since then it's just blown up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean we could talk about it for fucking hours, but we're not going to.
Yeah, sorry.
Rambo, love it. Rampage 3 out of 10. Rampage, Moon Knight was mid, -4 out of 10. It was, I mean, the main event was who won the main event? Defy. Oh, look, Damien's like, keep covering the wrestling, boys.
Good free event, yeah. My guy, if we're already out here talking about like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think we're kind of over talking about wrestling for tonight.
I got one. No cartoons, no Pretty Woman. You want to go old school TV? You're going way back, bro. Way back.
I was a twinkle in my dad's eye at that time, so Big Dog, you can have that. That even what I'm mad at.
I was just a young fellow. The old that's going way back. No, we're not going to get into shows and stuff, though, because we're going to be here all fucking night when we start throwing out our favorite shit.
No, if you want to hear us get into that, that's when you become a member and everything like that. And on our next members only stream, you can bring that up, and we'll sit there and talk about all of the nostalgias and go into all of our theories and discussions about TV shows and everything like that.
Absolutely. Members only, folks. We got more coming your way. We got lots on tap. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to have Anthony's predictions and preview for Slammiversary, and then we are going to be here live tomorrow night for Slammiversary and Collision. We're back at it all week long for all your favorite wrestling. We got a few surprises coming your way, and like we said tonight, we will be covering our first ever Progress Wrestling event, our first ever Bacon with the Boys.
Isn't that every brunch with the boys? Like, is it
brunch? It's actually a breakfast. It's a breakfast with the boys. Maybe.
No, you said bacon, so I'm like, well, are you talking about strips? Or are you talking about smokes? Which one are you talking about?
Actually, you can bring bacon to brunch, but I mean that makes
sense. That be the next evolution of brunch with the boys, of bacon with the boys, and it's one strip of fucking like a spliff, and the next strips of fucking strip.
Waking bacon with the boys. It's gonna
hashtag new merch coming.
There you go. Yeah, actually, we still have to finish up the last one we were talking about. But that was one of my MASH. I can never get MASH out of my head. I've seen every episode multiple times. It's ridiculous.
I remember that with my grandparents and Notre Dame football.
Yeah.
And Yankees.
Yeah, Big Dog. All right. Big Dog's going down the time machine. Never mind the rabbit hole. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Those who are still here, I'm amazed. But I'm tapping out. That's all I got.
our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you're going to put that full life with it. And don't you forget about me.
Come back tomorrow.
Don't.